Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meisner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
It is baseball night in the Ozarks, and we welcome you in to Meador Park in Springfield, Missouri, ready to cap off what has been a great GRBL Sunday tripleheader with the night game. Getting started a little bit later than usual, but we are going to get it started, and we're going to get this game in between the 2-0 Nixa Suckers and the 0-2 Moon City Mavericks. Well, hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger. My partner for this one is Harrison Broadstreet. Street, let's talk pitching because we've got a pretty good matchup on hand here. Ryan Cram, the starter for the Moon City Mavericks. They'll be the home club on the board going against Logan Wiley for the Nixa Suckers. So a couple of guys who are sort of below that 28, under 28 in the age range, and hard throwers, both of them with good stuff that moves.
Yeah, and I think, both of these guys are efficient, and I think that's one of the most vital things in this league. Is not necessarily the stuff you have, but how you use it. We see a lot of guys in this league that are effective, that don't light up the score, the radar gun. That don't necessarily have filthy stuff, but against a bunch of fairly old men, if you just put it in the strike zone enough, we're gonna get out. We will get ourselves out. The best of the best in the bigs get out 70% of the time.
Yep.
So attack people, go right at people.
So for the Moon City Mavericks, defensively, Ryan Cram on the hill, Devin Phillips is behind the plate. It's Joe Juarez, Adam Barton, and Joe Emery in the outfield. They've got Sam Hornberger at first, Carter Rennie at second, Brady Welsh is the shortstop, and Evan Barnett gets the start today at third base. That's been a point of contention. We have seen Moon City use a few different players over there. They've tried Tony Lewis there. I suspect they'll try 2 or 3 players in that spot before the day is done. Might see Brady Welsh shift over there late in the game, but for the moment it's Barnett on the hot corner as City just changing some things up, trying to make something happen. Daniel England, and you know him well, Harrison, certainly not happy with being 0-2 at this juncture of the season.
Yeah, no, he likes to win. He's a manager that likes to win, as you should. It should be important, and the hot corner is important here. Again, you need somebody who's consistent. You know, not a guy with a huge arm, but a guy who can knock it down and make the routine plays consistently.
So Nixa Suckers will lead off with their shortstop, Davis Pizarro from Florida, Puerto Rico. It'll be Davis Pizarro followed by Jared Brashler and Courtney Spitz this inning for the Fish. Ryan Cram's first pitch is a swinging strike away at 6:21 in the PM.
Big swing. I'm kind of glad to go back to Ozark, honestly. Cut down on some of these guys' swings. I mean, geez Louise. We got guys coming out of their shoes every single game.
So Davis Pizarro, second year in the GRBL out of Park University in Kansas City, but originally from Florida, Puerto Rico. Now a student at Cox College studying occupational therapy. He's in the master's degree program there. So some brains to go with that big old swing on Davis. 1 for 3 for the campaign.
It's a good pitch.
Yeah, Cram took him down and Pizarro went with it. Down on strikes he goes.
I spent the entire week this week asking everybody if they were a beef man or an accountant. I've just been asking everybody. So when anybody tells me they have a job other than that, I am thoroughly surprised.
Well, there's Jared Brashler. He's a pilot. So there you go.
Well, Cole Hazelhorse told me he was a pilot today, and I had no idea. I would have assumed beef man.
That is legit. I mean, you know, probably likes a good steak recreationally.
Ooh.
As Jared Brashler, the flyboy, sends that one into center field. Joe Emery had a good run on that to cut it off and keep it from turning into extras, but good line drive base hit for Jared Brashler, who stays hot. He's now 4 for 9 for the year.
Yeah, well, you know that old saying, you play the Mets and you'll heat yourself up.
Oh, come on. No, it's not been the start the Metropolitans have wanted, Harry, but rest easy. Everybody makes the playoffs.
Oh, I'm just talking about Brashler specific. Brashler lit us up, and he is just continuing, it seems.
So he's staying warm. He's had a good start to the year, no doubt, and he'll be the first to tell you that's a good thing. I know he was happy for the overall outcome of the season that he had in 2023 as a member of the Mets, winning a championship, but he just had an ice-cold start that I know has kind of hung with him psychologically for a while. So 4 for 9 to start a new season, that'll do.
Yeah, no, it's a hot start. And to your other point, all the teams make the playoffs. I think us Mets, we're in a great position. So Mets Nation, don't worry. Nobody panic. Nobody hit the alarm. I think we're going to be fine, and it's all part of the plan.
I have seen a team start off 0-2 and then go on to win the Howard Bell Trophy at the end. That was accomplished back in 2019. I've never seen an 0-3 do it, but you know what? Never say never. Check throw over to first. Runner got back in time. It's a 2-1 count. That's up the middle.
The
oh my gosh! Yeah, Cram lost the glove, but came up with the ball. I don't think he meant to shuck the glove there.
You know, if he did, that's impressive. Shades of Mr. Abbott, the one-handed pitcher from the Yankees.
That was Jim Abbott, I believe.
Yep. I was going to say Josh, so I went with Mr. Abbott. I would hate to be on the internet telling a bold-faced lie. And I will, though. I had a plan this week.
Yeah, to lie?
No, lying is such an aggressive word.
Okay, to be careless with the truth?
I like that. My thought was to see if I can get Rance confused halfway through the game.
That's not hard. In the third game of the day? Come on, man.
Just try to throw some long, exorbitant fact out there. And maybe even make up a word, like exorbitant. I don't think that's a word. Foul ball.
Ben Wade quickly down 0-2. This is a battle of a couple of good young guns here. Be happy to know, Harrison, I don't know if you saw the video I put up. I laid down 3/4 of a can of Hot Shot on both the interior and exterior. Yeah, that's off Cram again. He's going to have to hurry. Oh, my gosh. Valiant effort. And then Wade got tangled up with Hornberger. So Brashler scores, and the baseball was lost off the front of the Suckers dugout. It is 1-0. This has suddenly turned into a contact sport.
That was interesting. I mean, man.
Can you? I don't.
Is there a call there? I mean, he's making a play on
the
ball.
The only argument is maybe that. I mean, no, that would be, you know, if Wade had run out of the base path, I guess, to hit Hornberger, but I don't believe that to be the case here.
My argument is that Wade is too in shape. I think that Ty goes to the skinny man in this league.
Ben Wade, by the way, was a football running back. You appreciate that, being a former QB.
Yeah, Ben Wade is built like an action figure.
I was kind of surprised, as tall as he was, that, but sure enough, running back at St. Pius X, 1,000-yard rusher, as a matter of fact, as a senior.
No kidding.
Showed he's, not afraid of contact right there.
That's the last guy you want running through you there.
So 1-0 Suckers in the early going here after a collision between Wade and Hornberger. Batter is Brandon Winder.
That's a huge lead. Man.
And Winder sends one into left. Oh, goodness. Juarez dove. He will not get there. Suckers are going to send another. And Winder will woe up at second base. But an RBI base hit there.
The top of the Nixa's lineup is very aggressive, very efficient, and very fast. They've got a lot of speed at the top of their lineup. It is hard to contend with. It makes you think about a lot, and honestly, a lot of speed up and down.
Yeah, they've changed a few things up here, putting Wade in the 4 spot and Winder at the 5, and then Ethan Paschke's also been moved up in the order. He lifts one into right, but that's going to be tracked and caught by Adam Barton out there. So the Suckers do some damage. 2-0 is the score. Yeah, as I was saying, about 3/4 of a can of Hot Shot, wasp killer, both inside and outside. So, Chris Meza, the Locos manager, was kidding me. He said, why did you spray it inside, all those fumes? I said, well, look, if the wasps are getting in that easily, that means air is getting in that easily. So
I'm still a little uneasy. I'm not gonna lie to you. That did something to me.
Well, just hang in there, Harrison. We're gonna get through this together. We're back after this. Suckers 2, Mavericks 0 in the early going.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
So here's Logan Wiley going out to the hill for the Nixa Suckers. Always a little bit easier to make that start on the mound when you've got a 2-0 lead to work with. So that is the case for Logan Wiley as the shadow starts to creep over as the sun sets in the west. Its shadow is now kind of touching right on that third base line on the left side of the infield. Logan Wiley, 27 years old, out of Missouri State University so far in 2024. 10 innings of work, no earned runs on 8 hits, 6 strikeouts, a walk, and 2 hit batsmen.
Yeah, he's another one of those guys. I mean, if you give him a lead, it's a tough guy to fight back against.
Joe Juarez stands in here for City. First pitch he sees is a strike. Juarez reaches out and pokes this one to the third baseman. Wade knocks it down. Goodness sakes, he had to short arm that throw.
You know, I'm impressed. I don't know if he did that on purpose either, but he recovered real well.
I don't think that was entirely the way Ben Wade would have envisioned it, but he got it done.
Yeah, an out is an out.
So here's Brady Welsh for Moon City, out of Arkansas State.
Who?
Teacher and a baseball coach at Hartville, just down the road from his hometown of Marshfield.
Bat might have broke.
Yeah, that's grounded to the second baseman. Kind of had to hustle the throw there because Welsh was hauling, but Ethan Paschke able to get the ball over in time.
Man, I appreciate these guys that come out here and give a whole lot of effort all the time.
There you go. You're good.
I was joking, half joking with Clay today, that it's too hot for me. It is too much.
Adam Barton looked at a called strike. 1 for 3 with 2 RBI for the season is Barton. He and his wife Brooke celebrated the arrival of their first son in this past off season, so that's all going well. Called strike there. He's a conservation ecologist by trade. I believe the only one of those of the 90 rostered players.
You know, honestly, if you were to for a large sum of money ask me what that was, I couldn't tell you.
Well, so basically he works for the United States government, and what he does is kind of oversees water quality projects, and in theory is making sure that when the government awards grants, that it's not just literally setting the money on fire, or in this case, throwing it in a lake.
That job is as boring as it sounds, I think. It's probably great work.
That's the best explanation I got out of Barton, and I said, I'm not going to press for more. I'm just going to trust that you're working hard and giving it your best. So
okay.
Thanks for what you do. You know, clean water at the end of the day is the whole goal there, Street. So we will come back and bring you the top of the second. 2-0 the score. Suckers out in front.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meisner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. The best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Ryan Cram back to the hill for Moon City with the Mavericks trailing 2-0. Suckers put up 2 runs in the first. RBIs for Ben Wade and Brandon Winder. I'm Rance Berger, he's Harrison Broadstreet. As we continue with the theme of occupations, Ryan Cram, an HVAC installer.
Ooh.
So if you like warm air in the winter and cold air right here, right now in the summertime,
yeah,
good guy to know.
Did he do this unit here?
I do not think so.
Okay.
I would hope not. I mean, that, somebody said something to me like, oh, Rance, you got AC, it's not so bad. I said, it's mostly cool air.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah. Being right up against it is nice.
Yeah.
So if it sounds like I'm in a wind tunnel at any point in time, I apologize. I'm still trying to break this sweat.
Ooh, Michael Doman laces a one-hopper to the shortstop. Welsh gets it in time to beat the throw and get the out. So that'll bring up Jamar Averyhart, who's showed me he's still a little bit cut up from running into the he ran into the bullpen fence down there in left field corner.
Yeah.
Got a contusion and a cut that is still definitely in the healing phases. on one of his hips.
Yeah, hit it hard.
So Jamar said, I might take one swing and then tell Spitz I'm done. I said, surely not, Jamar. I know you're too much of a gamer for that.
Yeah.
0-1 here, make it 0-2. Ryan Cram wasting no time.
Coming at him quick. I mean, that is the key here. It is just throwing strikes.
Broke that one in. No.
Oh.
Ryan wanted it.
We got a little pump fake by the umpire, too. I love that.
I think he thought about it.
Whoo. Again, I'll get fined if I mention umpires.
Something
so
like that. Sure, yeah. Just behave yourself. Take this opportunity to say a big thank you to the Mid-America Umpires Union, the guys who put the guys in uniform out there. And this is a group with some GRBL experience. Matze Miller is behind the dish with Josh Halcomb and Curtis Eaton on the bases.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the program. I love what the umps are doing. They don't have to be out here giving us their time. It's just as hot and miserable for them.
Absolutely.
You know, I've never been a person to really I'll chirp at an umpire, but you know I'll chirp at anybody, anything. I'll chirp at a child. I'll chirp at a pole. It does not matter.
You're not a very good measuring stick. Avery Hart was choked up a little bit. Puts this one into center field, and that's a nice two-strike piece of hitting there from Jamar Avery Hart.
Yeah, and I doubt after a hit he's gonna want to get pulled out either.
Nope, he's not gonna say take me out. I think the hip is feeling a little better.
Feeling good. First at bat down. Get that adrenaline going a little bit.
And he'll feel it tomorrow, for sure.
The turf is hot enough, you could just cauterize it on there, honestly.
There's Lance Kennedy for the Suckers. Batting in the 10 spot tonight. Watches a four-seamer go low out of the zone.
If you can trot 10 guys up there that can swing it a little bit, that's tough. I mean, that's hard, even for an efficient pitcher. But you'll get outs.
Big swing and strike there, and then Avery Hart steals second throw, ended up going behind the reach of Carter Rennie, the second baseman there. So Avery Hart is into scoring position. One down.
I didn't even know that was Carter Rennie out at there. He has de-swagged this game.
Yeah, a little bit. So we got Rennie at second with Welsh at short. Barnett at third and Hornberger on the opposite corner. It's kind of been the deal for the Mavericks is too many middle infielders, and they're looking for help on the corners. Kennedy belts one. That is way up. And settling under that and making the catch. It's going to be the left fielder. Oh, but the ball did not stay in the mid, so Jamar Avery Hart able to tag up. Was a good throw. Left fielder is Juarez. But Barnett couldn't hang on, just one hop.
It's a
and
tough
Avery
hop.
Hart got in there. So back to the top of the order we go. Two gone. Davis Pizarro bats with a man on third. Bouncer for ball one.
Yeah, back to the top here. 2 outs. This is a tough one of those. This is a tough one of those guys because if you go right at him, it could pull up to he could double the lead here real quick.
Foul tip, I believe, that time. Makes it 1-1. There we go. There's the hands from Matze Miller, the man in charge. Cram went with a curveball. Pizarro fouled it straight back. So he knows he just missed there. Pizarro had 5 hits as a rookie. Suckers used him as a pitcher quite a bit. They haven't done that yet this season. That is way up there, and then Juarez drops it, so a run scores. It's now 3-0 for the Suckers, and Davis Pizarro benefiting from an error. Nonetheless, he's in scoring position.
That's what they call a high sky.
That was way up there.
Which I always thought was one of the dumbest things they said in baseball. Oh, it's a high sky today. The sky's the same distance every day.
It's the sky.
Yeah, it's up there.
The cloud cover we had early in the day is pretty much gone. It is clear, and the winds are still out of the south-southeast at about 10 miles per hour.
Honestly, couldn't even have told you that there were clouds.
Well, you had to be kind of at the park pretty early to see the clouds today. They're pretty well gone midway through the first game. Jared Brashler.
Yeah, those are tough balls to catch. That thing changes direction and spin and flight probably 2 or 3 times while it's up in the air.
There's a swing and a foul ball back. He's talking about that last game actually with Clay Odell from the Mountain Ducks. He said about the last 15 feet of descent on the ball are usually the toughest because it never seems to fall directly straight down.
And it is the most helpless feeling as a fielder as it starts to, because that's what it seems as it's the fastest, and you can tell that you're not in the right position.
Mm-hmm.
Usually some ugly dive is accompanied by that, and man, it is a hopeless feeling.
3-0 our score. Cram has worked back even. Oh, check that. It's 3-1. And he walked him. So free pass for Brashler brings up the number 3 hitter in the order, Courtney Spitz, with 2 on and 2 out.
You can't let what happens in the field affect you as a pitcher.
Certainly no.
You can't start coming in and nibbling then, worrying about this and that. I mean, guys are going to get hits. Errors are going to happen. You got to keep attacking, though. You got to, as they say, cram.
Cram will try.
I don't know how he chases anything. He comes out here after chasing 7 kids all week. I don't know how he does it. That is a true superhuman behind the plate right there.
Devin Phillips, yeah.
To chase 7 kids a week and then play 9 innings of baseball, that guy is a superhero.
Counts back even 1-1. Yeah, I thought his wife Zoe's around here somewhere with at least some of those 7 kids.
Yeah. Ooh.
Swinging a grounder right side. Oh, big dive from Rennie, but the ball's going to get through. Pizarro scores. Brashler is up. It is 5-0 Suckers. And yeah, they were playing Spitz to go the opposite way, and then he pulled the ball. It was just beyond Rennie's reach on the dive.
Yeah, it's an interesting play. Playing him straight up or to push a little bit.
Ben Wade looks at a ball. Call him 3 for 7, tentatively marking what occurred there in the first as an infield single.
Yep.
Swiped 4 bases last week. Not since Skylar Carter circa 2018 had I seen that out here. Heck of an athlete, Ben Wade, out of St. Pius X High School in Kansas City. Swinging a foul back.
What's Ben Wade's occupation?
So he is in finance, so accounts receivable at Will Fisher Companies, swinging a grounder, so nickname is Beer Money. He's in the finances of liquor and beer distribution.
Okay, well, in my mind, banking.
Oh yeah, let's just lump him in with the other.
Close, you know what I mean? It's close enough.
The bank guys, yeah.
It's finance, dealing with money.
Yeah, really. Ben Wade, as athletic as he is, ended up just going to Missouri State to focus on academics, and then got recruited to go to work at Will Fisher upon graduation, and then that's pretty much the reason why he's in the GRBL. Didn't really know anybody until I came out here and tried out.
I commend those people who were not as delusional as myself and others who thought that, if I go to college and play, maybe I'll make it to the pros.
There's a ground ball that Brady Welsh is just going to hang on to.
It's tough.
That would have been an exceptionally tough throw, and the risk of an error was high.
Probably the only play he has there is to go to third, and with Barnett diving at that, he's pretty much without a paddle up a creek of some sort.
Yeah. So he keeps another run off the board for the moment. Batter is Paschke with the bases loaded and 2 out. Breaking ball for a... Thought that was a called strike. Did I miss something? Doesn't matter. Swinging a chopper. Barnett with the third baseman up with it. His throw across to Hornberger is in time. So they do limit the damage, but the Suckers put 3 runs up in the 2nd inning. It's a big inning as they now lead it 5-0. Headed to the bottom of the 2nd. Street and I are back right after this.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Logan Wiley back to the hill for the Nixa Suckers. They lead it 5-0. Just sort of, they've had some hits, but they've done a little bit of manufacturing as well to go with that, and that's a big part of this 5-run advantage they got. Sort of taking advantage of some timely miscues and some good base running to go with that as well. That's it's just part of the game.
Yeah, it is. It's a killer at any level of baseball. But especially in the grip and rip. If you have errors and if you walk guys, it is real tough to overcome that.
So Logan Wiley will get a look at the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Moon City this inning. It starts with Michael Barnes, then we will see Joe Emery and Carter Rinney. Some changes in Daniel England's batting order as well for this one. So Mikey B batting in the cleanup spot. Why don't you tell us last week we think he's a rodeo clown?
Yeah, I do.
I just have to retell you your own joke, and you're just now.
I say a lot of things. I say so many things that don't make sense. I put out a whole lot. I don't remember all of it. The rodeo clown gets on first.
There's some rodeo toughness right there as he wears one in the lower back. From Logan Wiley.
If you ask Clay Murphy about all the sliders he's thrown, he doesn't know. He goes to it a lot.
Right.
He throws it a lot.
I understand. A certain degree. It all runs together in your memory banks. That's respectable. It's the 3rd batter that Logan Wiley has hit this season, so he's usually good for about 1 a game. Maybe we just had it there. Joe Emery bats. He is 3 for 7 on the season.
Woo-wee.
Goodness sakes, that is hit hard, but
that might be in the pool.
Hit very foul. A loud strike, but a strike nonetheless for Joe.
Joe Emery has had a similar trajectory in the last few years, I feel, that Jared Brashler had. So I'm a firm believer that if he can have a game here that Brashler had, like Brashler had to kick himself off, I think he's going to get going again. He just needs that game to get heated up.
Yep.
And man, if he pokes one out, that'd be a great way to start it.
Down here, 0-2. Wiley wasn't impressed with the long foul ball. He's going to try to squash the momentum here. from the stretch. Breaks the hands just in front of the fish logo on his chest, and then he just bent an absolute filthy slider into the zone for a called strike three.
That's tough. I don't know. From here, that looks like a pretty good strike. I don't know if Emery has as good of a gripe there as he thinks he does. It looked pretty center cut from here. But yeah, that's tough. That's a good bender.
A lot of late break on the Wiley slider. Here's Carter Rennie for the Mavericks. Don't need to get all 5 back right here, but certainly would be beneficial to get a little something going. Carter Rennie from Licking, Missouri. Yes, that really is the name of the place.
Grossest town name in all of Missouri. I mean, that's even grosser than Uranus, Missouri.
It's not flattering. Well, that's not actually a city. That's just a tourist trap that some yahoo from Waynesville put together for himself.
The Fudge Factory?
Yeah.
Licking is still more gross, the name.
I thought, you know, they had a newspaper for a minute, and I think they printed 1 edition and just sold souvenir copies of it. The Uranus Examiner. Yeah.
I like that.
That made some headlines around the industry publications in journalism. I'll say that.
Well, I mean, you have to send around the height of journalism. You got to show
Gotta
everybody.
go. Gotta go there. But yeah, they talked it up like it was going to be this legitimate newspaper, and clearly it wasn't. Not even close. 1 and 2. Wiley came home. Oh, goodness sakes. Another slider, another strikeout. That's back-to-back.
Can't go down back-to-back looking with a runner on. I mean, that's tough. That's real tough.
So here's Devin Phillips. Last hope this inning for the Mavs. U.S. Army veteran, now an electrician by trade. Kind of crowding in here against Wiley, so maybe he's kind of daring him to throw inside. Wiley misses low there. Or, yeah, wear a slider that doesn't slide, and hope you get on that way. Swings and puts this one up into the shallow outfield. And we talked about it. Yeah, Ethan Paschke had to make a last-second adjustment and ended up catching that one in the basket, rather than the way Tom Emanski would show you how to do it on the video. So that gets Logan Wiley out of the inning. He's allowed 1 base runner thus far. 5-0 is the score. Nixa Suckers out in front. Broadstreet and I are back after this on Baseball Night in the Ozarks.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Rance, Harrison, Broadstreet with you live at Meador Park for this one. Moon City Mavericks trailing the Nixa Suckers 5-0, getting ready to start inning number 3. This one got started a little bit later than usual at 6:21, so still in the early phases here. Again, if you want to come out and see some grip and rip baseball live, you're going to have to wait through the Labor Day holiday break. No games next Sunday. We're back at it for Week 4, Sunday, September the 8th. And there is a venue change down at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, formerly U.S. Baseball Park. It'll be Showman Locos at high noon, followed by Mavericks Mets at 3 o'clock in the Queens Derby. And then it's the old Christian County Family Feud as these Nixa Suckers take on the Ozark Mountain Ducks. So kind of a spirited little rivalry week. We've got built into the schedule there.
What'd you call that last rivalry?
The Family Feud?
The Family Feud.
Yeah.
Explain that one to me.
Well, so, Nixa and Ozark are, they compete in everything. They're, they're the two largest cities in Christian County. They're really kind of the two major suburbs for Springfield. And I know I just threw a bunch of shade at Willard and Republic there.
Yeah.
I'll come back and make up for it later.
No, we stand on that.
But no, and so Nixa and Ozark have competed with each other at everything basically since the two towns incorporated. It doesn't matter if it's sports, if it's Chamber of Commerce attracting new businesses to town, if it's the price of gas down at Casey's, doesn't matter. Nixa and Ozark will compete about it and bicker with each other over it. But, there are a lot of folks who just, whether they live in Nixa or Ozark, it's more of just a matter of coincidence that the house happens to be on that side of the limits. So, you've got a lot of times where, kids grow up, they may have gone to school together, or they have competed against each other enough, at the ascending levels that they know each other. So that Ozark-Nixa rivalry, by the time high schoolers reach their senior year, it's pretty dialed up.
So it's not like one of those literal family situations like we have on the Ducks.
No,
there's not a father and son playing against each other.
No, nothing like that.
The look of disappointment that Rance just gave me for the dumbest, silliest thing to say. There's 2 strikes.
Jamar fouled one off there. He was trying to check it, and the ball hit the bat anyway. One of those things.
Joe Emery's probably looking at that from the outfield, wondering where that call was for him. Again, not chirping, just pointing out facts.
Breaking pitch goes high. So Ryan Cram's going to have to dial it back down here.
That's tough for a center fielder. Getting a view of the strike zone.
You think you know where it is until you get up there.
Yep.
Now 3 balls to Avery Hart. Ryan Cram kicks and deals him a slider for a strike, and we're full up. It's now 3-2. Fielder's straight away and deep for Jamar. Swung on and missed. That's a big strikeout for Cram.
Big swing, 3-2. I like that. You got the lead. Take some hacks. Does not matter the situation. Let me see if I can run into one here. Lance is one of those guys that could jump ship.
Yeah. Flew out to left first time, and Cram attacked him way in. Lance turned on it foul.
I'm very excited. If there is a home run, I cannot wait for your call. I'm anticipating chills. Not to psych you out.
That's an awful lot of setup there.
I'm expecting something big.
Cram again ran in, and that was too far in, so that hit him. So Kennedy is aboard by way of the free pass. We'll go back to the top of the order. Suckers will send up Davisai Pizarro.
Yeah, that's a tough base runner there. Bottom of the lineup. Chance to get out of it here. Chance to go sit down. That is the hottest, loneliest place on earth right now, that mound.
Still in the direct sunlight, at least for the third probably here. Nice job by Phillips. Momentarily, I think, lost track of it, but then corralled it again. He has gone to the full crouch. We've seen Phillips play quite a bit with the new style one knee down, but I don't know if that's just adjusting to what Ryan Cram does, feeling perhaps a little more comfortable catching him from a full crouch.
I'm not sure. My initial thought would be something about the heat or something like that, but it feels like the other way would be more...
Yeah, the one knee is more, I think, conducive to endurance.
We'll see what happens after the second inning, though, or after the third inning here.
Fair. Beautiful slider from Ryan Cram for a called strike. Count should be 2-1. Went to nope, that was 3-1, and that was a four-seamer low. Scoreboard operator is dozing.
Yeah, I got to pay a little better attention too here. I can't keep relying on that.
Got to get up on it here, Street. First and second. Jared Brashler, probably the hottest bat in the Sucker lineup here. 1 for 1 tonight. Also reached by way of the walk. Spent the early part of his childhood in Branson, Missouri. Finished out at Bolivar. Family relocation there, so all of his high school ball for the Liberators. Yes, it's Bolivar, not Bolivar, Missouri.
The mascots around here are something else.
Brashler. That one had eyes,
they got him out.
But it's a laser to Brady Welsh.
We finally did it, League. We finally got Jared Brashler out. Congratulations to everybody.
Welsh able to hang on, and so hey, a bagel goes on the board as well, so maybe a little bit of a momentum shifter for the Mavericks there. 5-0 is the score. Back with the bottom of the third after this.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
Ryan Cram, Evan Barnett, and Sam Hornberger due up for the Mavericks. The 8, 9, and 10 hitters in manager Daniel England's order. So Ryan Cram, after missing last week, looking for his first positive notch in the hit column right here, right now against Logan Wiley.
Pitcher-on-pitcher duels are always fun in this league. I wish more of them hit each other. It would make it much more exciting. I mean, it's definitely a strategy.
It is.
It's not one people want to talk about, but you put one in his ribs, he might not be as successful next inning.
Well, you know, Ryan Cram can hit. Had 6 hits for the Suckers as a rookie a season ago in 22 at-bats. You know, he played a lot of center field for the Fish as well. Courtney Spitz should know that, so hopefully he's told Wiley, hey, you can't just throw get-me-over fastballs here. They missed low that time, so it's 1-0.
And I want to say that if it sounded like I was advocating for the hitting of a player,
of course you were.
I was. Yeah, I was.
2-0 now as they missed with the fastball, missed with the slider. Wiley comes back.
It's tough to see from here. I'm not sure where
that is down. Yeah, and we're got to keep in mind too. Our angle is offset slightly, or not slightly. It's pretty offset. That was the get me over fastball inside, but it caught the inner half to the liking of the man in charge. Back to the slider goes Wiley, swing and a miss by Cram. 3-2 payoff, swung on and lifted. That's going to bloop into center field for a base hit for Ryan Cram. First hit Wiley has surrendered on the night.
Line drive in the books. Comes in the third inning. Here's Barnett. I do want to say that I made a grave mistake last week, blindly giving the silliest goose award to Evan Barnett.
Oh no, who did you undercut?
Well, I forgot to. I honestly forgot to throw in the other Harrison for the silliest goose award.
Harrison Waters, yes. Evan Barnett lifts one into shallow center. That's going to get down a Texas leaguer.
Evan Barnett, baby.
Back-to-back hits for the Mavericks using the bottom part of the order, but Moon City getting a little something cooking here.
Starts here. You throw up a 0. You get a couple geese on the pond, and then you know, it's a brand new ball game here. We're
Sam
one hit away.
Hornberger out of Glendale. He's 2 for 6, so hitting .333. Little kickapoo on Glendale action here.
Boy, I could not be more perturbed at both of them. I've just got this. I've been removed from high school for decades, and I still have this inner, I don't want to say hatred.
Strong dislike.
All right, you're right. We'll go with hatred.
Animosity, all right. Hatred it is, fine. Now, you see that a lot with, especially, kids who went to one of the 5 Springfield public high schools.
We never played against each other.
Right.
We weren't there at the same time.
Doesn't matter.
Man. I think I understand what it's like being in a gang now. I think I get it. Like, you just have this blind loyalty to something, and you just get mad at somebody else who doesn't.
You are the lone central dog out here, I believe, across 90 players this time.
That's not generally that generally happens.
Okay.
We're not known for our athletics over there.
Well, the International Baccalaureate program does supply some smart ball players once in a while. I always enjoyed Springfield Leadoff Club when longtime coach Bill Shoemaker would explain, coaching IB kids and then coaching non-International Baccalaureate kids on the same team, and sometimes that presents some challenges.
Yeah.
Wiley got Hornberger there with the off-speed.
Yeah, it's Bill Shoemaker. I appreciate him so much as a coach, but I think that I definitely understand now, coaching at that school, how difficult that task is, and how it is very easy to coach the easiest way possible.
Mm-hmm.
To coach to help the players, because coaching there, very quickly you break out of the wins and losses as your barometer of success.
It's more about, did we help the kids become better human beings today?
Yeah. Which, is why everybody should be coaching. But when winning a game gets difficult, it's real easy to focus on being mentors.
1-0 to the leadoff man, Joe Juarez. Make it 2-0. That was outside. Well, at a place like Central, for some of those players, they don't really have a lot of baseball background to speak of. They may or may not be athletic and just decide they want to go give the game a try. That's a hard hit ball into center field.
Right at him.
Brashler tracks it, and then runner Cram knew that was not smart to take off on, so he retreats back to second base.
Yeah, we had guys on our high school team, not just in baseball, but any sport we had, who it was their first year ever competing, not only playing, but throwing a baseball.
Yeah, that's tough, because then you're teaching the game, but you're also trying to put something that's competitive out on that field.
It is a very difficult task of 1 to 2 coaches to coach a team of players who have never played before, and guys who are at the high school level who have been playing throughout their lives.
Pitch to Brady Welsh is down, ball 1. Speaking of guys in coaching, looking at one right there. Welsh at Hartville.
I always love seeing a coach who is genuinely intelligent in the game. Not only is Brady an absolute baller, he's game smart. He knows he sees the game a different way than a lot of people. He's one of those guys that can tell you what at bat this guy did 2 years ago on, he's just, it's crazy the ability playing with him, the ability of him to be like, all right, this guy did this last time, so be here, or this guy did this. It's amazing.
2-1 to Welsh in a chess match with Logan Wiley here. 2 runners on and 2 out. Fouled that one straight back. It's kind of in, so not on the barrel, but Brady got a piece. Probably letting his hands ring a little bit silently there.
this is another one of those innings that the Mavericks are looking at like last week. If they don't get a run here, having runners in scoring position, or a runner in scoring position with nobody out, that's tough. That's demoralizing.
Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wiley's pitch struck him out with the slider. Welsh not happy about it, but a beautiful pitch from Logan Wiley to work his way out of the inning. That is now 5 strikeouts spread across 3 innings for Logan Wiley. Another goose egg goes on the board, and so the score remains Nixa Suckers 5, Moon City Mavericks nothing.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Towing pitching change for the Moon City Mavericks. They're going to bring on the left-hander Michael Barnes.
And for those of you curious, that is not a technical difficulty. The players are frozen. Mikey Barnes moves very slow.
They call him the Sloth.
Matty
Am I
Barnes.
right? So Mikey B.
Mikey B.
Yeah, Michael Barnes.
Yeah.
You were right the first time. Trust your gut. So for him in 2024, 3 innings pitched. He's allowed an earned run on 3 hits. Struck out 2, walked 2, thrown a wild pitch that resulted in that earned run coming across. So Barnes pitching had only pitched 2/3 of an inning last year for the Mavs. In his rookie year, 9 1/3, allowing 7 earned on 9 hits, walked 8. Hit 2 and had a 6.75 ERA. Fort Scott Community College is where he played upon finishing out at Kickapoo High School, and then he wrapped up his college career here at Drury, well, not here, but at in Ozark, I guess, at Drury University, and then the Panthers moved back.
Back here. I like England playing the matchup game. Going lefty on lefty here.
Yeah,
you don't see it often.
Bringing on the lefty against Courtney Spitz. I don't know that Daniel England really has an arch nemesis, but in terms of being the guy who talks the most smack in the GRBL staff and managers group text, Courtney Spitz might be the guy.
Really?
That is in the air to left. Juarez has a run on it. He makes the catch for the out, and Spitz is retired.
That honestly surprises me.
I don't know. It's more like, they're not adversarial. I think at the end of the day, they get along. It's just hard to catch one of them saying something flattering about the other, if that makes sense to you.
I love that. I love that.
So here's Ben Wade, 2 for 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, Barnes just, that one came out of his hand way early, I reckon.
Gotta throw that thing.
Wade lifts this one. It's not going to get off the infield. Carter Rennie is there. Now we're starting to see the shadow creep come in for the guys on the right side in particular. Rennie's still got the shades on. Michael Barnes is, well, at least his body is in the shadow. He's tall enough that his head is still out of it. And then the batter, the third base, home plate, that's all in the shadow of the setting sun in the west. This is more like the upper body for Barnes. From about the belt up is in the sun right now. As Brandon Winder stands in here.
Yep, that means that release point is still in the sun a little bit. So the ball going from light to shade here.
Could make it a little bit tricky for Suckers hitters. It's also just their first look at Michael Barnes. Here's a grounder to second.
Oop.
Carter Rennie, misplayed the scoop, but he did not get it there in time. A bang play.
Oh. Boy.
Goodness sakes.
I mean, he bobbled it. I guess that there's a boy.
So they will say,
well,
Sam Hornberger did not possess the baseball in time, and the inning continues.
Well, you know what they say.
What do they say?
Yeah.
Ethan Paschke saw fastball, lifted that. Carter Rennie with a chance for redemption here. Settles under it and makes the grab, so no harm done. Donut on the board for Michael Barnes and the Mavericks. The score remains Nixa 5, Moon City nothing. To the bottom of the fourth we go.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Jocelina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Ranceburger, Harrison, Broadstreet. I'll say a big apology to the fans at home. We got a little bit of a technical issue, so understand we're kicking this here radio style, so audio is live and good. We just have a problem with a frozen picture. We've got reaching out frantically, trying to get some help with that, but for the moment we will just call it old school. This is some 1960s stuff we're doing here, bringing you the audio. Just going to have to trust our words. That's a scary thought. So 5-0 is the score. Nixa Suckers lead the Moon City Mavericks. It'll be Adam Barton, followed by Michael Barnes and Joe Emery this inning for the Space Cowboys.
Adam Barton wearing number 7. Number 7 has a little pocket untucked on the right side. I'm trying to paint a visual picture here for you at home.
That is attention to detail, my friend. One hop, hot shot back to the pitcher. Logan Wiley, both in an act of self-defense and in an act of slick fielding.
Just carrying his bat around the infield.
Hauled it in and tossed it. Yeah, Barton didn't bother to drop the bat there, I think, after, well, in his defense, it got back to Wiley in a hurry. So Michael Barnes,
lean, mean, probably weighs 215.
Reminds me, I actually did a project where I listened to every game of the 1960 World Series between the Pirates and the Yankees just to hear what it was like. You know, it was quite interesting. Commentators back in those days were a little more free, I guess, talking about players' physical stature, their bodies. So some of the descriptions that old announcer by the name of Jack Quinlan let loose describing Yogi Berra were not flattering, to say the least. I'm going to try to be a little bit nicer than that to these guys.
Hey, I like that. That tells me that I might need to change my style up here a little bit. Mikey Barnes, skinny little boy.
Rail thin? No, he's not really rail. He's not really skinny as a rail, though. He's got some athletic build.
I'm sure that's something they also didn't do. They would backtrack a little bit. Well, maybe
not. No. They would absolutely hang with it.
I appreciate this.
Yogi Berra, not a pretty man.
For any friends and family of those playing coming up in the next innings. I love everyone here, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be like an old school announcer.
So Michael Barnes fouled that one off.
Swinging like he needs a pair of glasses.
Oh my God. What box have we opened here?
A bad one.
Ball and 2 strikes. See, I did pick up a phrase I've been wanting to use for a while. So Michael Barnes, a pretty fair banger, as they used to say in 1960. Can you say that anymore?
It depends on what is that contextually. I don't have an idea right now.
Michael Barnes just drew a walk somehow.
I don't want you to tell me what it means. I just want you to use it again at a later point in time in the game.
I think it was meant as a compliment. I think.
I also like the idea of not knowing the phrase.
Not even knowing what you're saying, but just letting it rip anyway. Yeah.
Somebody who knows what it is at home just having a heart attack because you just said some atrocious thing.
I hope I know what all the bad ones are.
I appreciate it.
Joe Emery standing in here, and Mavericks are going to courtesy run for their pitcher, so Jake Thompson on to run for Michael Barnes. Joe Emery lifts one in the air. Brashler is running in. They will not get there in time. Thompson's going to have to hurry, but he dives in. So Thompson is safe at second. Emery stands tall at first after the little Texas leaguer there. He's got 4 hits through 3 games now. And both of those Mavericks are on for Carter Rennie.
If Carter Rennie breaks his bat, he could use one of his arms. Talk about skinny, and then there's Carter Rennie.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Well, Wiley got Rennie looking last time.
Ooh. Glad Joe Emery had a quick at bat. I have nothing mean or vulgar to say about Joe Emery.
That's good. Yeah, he didn't have to reach for anything.
He's a handsome man.
There's a chopper right side to the second baseman. Paschke throws to Pizarro for 1, and he is safe.
Oh, safe.
Whoa. All right, okay.
There's going to be a lot to talk about in the after-game meeting. But, hey, that's what hustle gets you. Hustle gets you bad calls or wrong calls. Hustle, you can trick the umpire into thinking you beat it there.
That's what Joe Emery was. I don't know if Pizarro legitimately didn't step on the bag. He looked like he was in the neighborhood anyway.
Well, the umpire called it, so that's what it is.
Yes, it is. It's going down.
Hey,
loading the bases.
For the Mavericks, that's what you need, though. For the Mavericks, a break like that could potentially kickstart you.
Golden opportunity for Moon City against Logan Wiley here.
I mean,
bases chucked and 1 out. And Devin Phillips, pretty fair banger, was 11 for 26 a season ago.
If there's anybody that could get the job done, it's Evan Phillips right now.
Heck, even a ball and play right side would have a chance to play to run. Suckers playing in, so I got a feeling any ground ball is coming back toward home plate. This is in the air.
That's down.
Left center field. Doman runs in and he makes the catch.
Oh, no, he needs to go back to third.
No.
He did not tag up.
He did not tag up. The runners went. Spitz throws to third, and they double off Jake Thompson. Logan,
that can't happen.
Whoa, oh my goodness. What a break the Nixa Suckers just caught. The old 7-5 double play. They make the final out at third base. Runners went thinking, I don't know if they thought Doman had dropped the ball or if he just wasn't going to get there.
He took off on the bat like there was 2 outs. I haven't seen England this mad since that whole snafu with the T. This is tough.
Daniel England and the Redcoats are hot right now. We will step aside to cool down. To the 5th we go. Still Suckers 5, Mavericks nothing.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose. from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Good gravy. Michael Barnes back to work for the Moon City Mavericks. Had loaded bases and came away with nothing. 5-0 is the score. Nixa Suckers lead the Moon City Mavericks. Earlier today, it was the Republic Locos 9-3 victors over the Ozark Mountain Ducks. Republic improving to 3-0. And then the Branson Showmen got an 11-6 victory over the Springfield Metropolitans. So that is 2 wins in a row for Branson. They improve to 2-1.
Well, we didn't really need to talk about that. We didn't really need to. We could have skipped over that score.
I didn't say, Harrison Broadstreet is on the Mets, by the way, and it was his fault. No, I wouldn't do that. Come on, man.
Oh, I know it wasn't my fault.
Oh, yes. Spoken like a baseball player who says, what this really is, it's a team game made up of individual contributions.
Yes, 100%.
And individually, I was stellar.
Well, I wouldn't say stellar by any means of the word, but I know that one player, it's hard for one player to lose a game for some team.
Michael Doman took a called strike there from Michael Barnes, working the outer half, lefty pitcher against a right-handed batter.
Is this the only true switch hitter we have in the league? I don't consider Toby Yorks.
You don't consider Toby? Okay, well then, yes.
Has Toby switched this year?
Well, no, but he hasn't ever faced a lefty yet, I don't think.
Fair enough. Toby Yorks can't hit from both sides. All right, he's not even playing in this game.
Well, Michael Doman has fallen behind Michael Barnes, 1-2. Mikey B came back trying to get Doman to go upstairs. He did not, so we're back even.
If the Mavericks still keep throwing up zeros, they're putting themselves in position to score right now. They just can't.
They keep stranding guys.
Yeah.
Runners left on base is going to be part of the story for certain.
Mm-hmm. We've got at least 6 or 7 now.
Well, yeah. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 6, and then 3 of those were in scoring position. Just can't do that for too long and expect to win the game.
That's tough.
2-2 again for Michael Doman following a foul ball. Barnes bent a breaking ball for a called strike 3.
Mavericks making some defensive changes, putting the Blues and world traveler Tony Lewis at third base.
Let's see, still Welsh at short. Still Rennie at second, still Hornberger at first, and I think the outfield stays the same. Barnes attacked down and in. Ball 1 to Jamar Averyhart, who is 1-1. Check that 1 for 2.
Ooh, you heard that up here. That hurt. Got a little handcuffed right there.
Phillips not loving that. Kind of there was some disgust in the throw back to the pitcher. I didn't know someone could do that.
Back to one knee. Maybe it is a...
Maybe that was strictly a Ryan Cram thing.
Interesting.
He's on the one knee for Michael Barnes. 3 balls. Make it 4.
Yeah.
Second walk of the season for Averyhart, who's also been hit twice, so Jamar doing the job. On base percentage is good. He's on yet again for Lance Kennedy, who got plunked last time. A couple of former teammates going at it here, as Lance was with Moon City a season ago.
Lance can swing it. It's nice to have a guy at the bottom of your order that, I mean, he was a doubles machine last year.
Absolutely was. Every hit he had was a double, as a matter of fact.
I think his hamstring is too healthy now. I think that's why he's not getting as many doubles. Nursing that hammy last year did it for him. What a move.
That was a great move, and Avery Hart just beat that tag.
Mm-hmm. Those lefties, so tricky, so sneaky.
And he's going at it again.
I would too. I don't know why more pitchers don't do that with guys that have speed and can run. With Ben Wade, I'm throwing over 15 times for you here. I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you beat me that way.
Avery Hart just
See, that's what I'm saying.
scooted a little farther. He's going to go for it.
I'm
Phillips
coming over again.
Fires. Throw was slightly inside. Carter Rennie couldn't get the tag down. It's another steal for Jamar Avery Hart.
Yes, I mean, I would have just continued going over until he's either too exhausted to take a lead or he's not going to get a jump. I mean, it's fascinating to me knowing these runners are going. Like 100% Ben Wade is going here.
Mm-hmm.
And they get the bag. I mean, it's astounding.
So Avery Hart into scoring position for the Suckers with a 5-0 lead. Lance Kennedy bats here. It's a 1-2 count. Barnes looks back at Avery Hart, throws a breaking pitch and a called strike 3. That is the second strikeout looking in the inning for Barnes.
Here is the thing that I will critique an umpire on. Punch-out call, very subpar. I'd say that punch-out call is maybe a 3 out of 10.
You want more animation?
Oh, it's so lazy. I mean, you need to let the team know. Let everybody know.
Guys
he's
in
done.
the nickel seats,
Yeah.
as my old junior high coach used to say, needs to know.
Oh, there he
Avery
goes.
Hart is going. Pitch was inside to Pizarro. And so Phillips had to juggle it just enough for Avery Hart to steal again.
Yeah, if you're Barnes, you don't really worry about that as much. You've been around the plate, you're not really, your control isn't as much of an issue, so you're not worried about one scooting by here. So him taking set third, clear your mind. Now you just focus on the hitter. But Avery Hart is getting aggressively down the line.
He is really trying to get into Michael's head, isn't he? That's 3-0.
That doesn't look like a guy who's nursing an injury to me.
No,
I'll tell you that much.
I think Jamar was maybe sandbagging me a little bit when he came up here, and I was trying to ask from a place of genuine concern, how are you doing?
Yeah.
He said, I don't know. Looks all right to me. There's a walk to Pizarro, so maybe Avery Hart's dancing did enough to get Michael Barnes a little bit rattled. First and third to the hot-hitting Jared Brashler.
Boy, this is not the guy you want up right now. Honestly,
No.
I was getting ready to say that maybe walking Pizarro there isn't bad, but to get to the hot bat of one flyboy is tough.
4 for 11.
Oh, there he
for the
goes!
Season. Avery Hart's taken off.
Oh.
And then the throw got through Devin Phillips. Avery Hart makes it 6-0.
Speed kills. Speed definitely kills. It is interesting, though. I would like to maybe look into the rules a little bit. Is the third base coach a player on the Suckers? Because I don't necessarily recognize him, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he is not on the team. Or that
Yeah, I think that's Mason Davis.
Okay.
He's just got his hoodie on.
Okay.
Well, how about that? Was some brave base running on the part of Jamar Avery Hart. My gosh.
Yep, that's you see the catcher lobbing it back a little bit. If he's not looking at you between tossing it back, you get halfway down there, and right when that ball comes out of his hands, you break. That's a great play.
Avery Hart swipes home, 6-0. And the runner Pizarro motored up into scoring position as well. So Dobby Sy at second. Still 2 outs. Boy, it has just been, this first half of this game has just been that kind of night for Moon City. Breaking ball. Brashler got underneath it. It's going to be tough. Michael Barnes couldn't hang on. So Brashler was in
That's
the base
another one of
path.
those tough ones, yeah. Do you think Brasher slowed down a little bit knowing where that was?
I couldn't tell you. I thought he was running. I don't know that he was. I don't know that's the fastest I've ever seen him run.
You know, that's one of those. Yeah, because you can't really dictate how fast a player is. It's a runner shielding a ball, a ground ball from an infielder. It's one of those gray areas. Some might call it Bush League.
I wouldn't go that far.
No?
I might say gamesmanship.
Okay.
Runner goes for third. That's Dabi Sai. I think he was expecting to slide a little farther than he did, as he had to kind of finish that standing up, but he's in there nonetheless.
Now, to prevent a situation they were just in, Phillips would just have to look at that runner and make sure that runner is stopped and going back to third before he does anything.
Look him down for a split second.
Take your time. You're the last game. Who cares? Stare at him.
Another 2-strike pitch coming up here, following a foul ball. He ran him in on the payoff. Brashler walks and the inning continues, and that's, goodness, that's 3 walks now issued for Michael Barnes. That has been the thing that I think really stops him from climbing up a rung as a pitcher in this league.
Yeah. I think there are a lot of guys in this league that are at that cusp, and if they could consistently work in the zone, they would be.
Courtney Spitz offloads one way back, one hop to the wall it goes. Pizarro scores at 7-0. Brashler's coming home, 8-0 Suckers, a 2 RBI base hit off the bat of Courtney Spitz. He now has 4 runs batted in the game.
He can swing it.
And that's just, if you're the Mavericks, that's a gut punch there, because you think about how you could have been out of this inning, but you're not. And then it just got extended with Courtney Spitz mashing one to the wall.
Yeah, that's, and now you find yourself in a situation where you still have a lot of baseball left to play, but you got to start, again, just like last week, you got to start putting runs up, and you can't wait until the 8th.
Ben Wade was swinging for the fence there. 1-1. Wade is 2 for 3 on the night. Fouled that one back. Yeah, credit Barnes staying aggressive. He's gone fastball to a very capable hitter in Ben Wade.
Yeah, it's easy to give up a double and then kind of nibble. So it's nice to see him come right at him.
Whoa, my goodness, wild pitch.
Well, maybe not.
Well, that was, yeah.
You know, honestly, that is a great pitch. You change the eye level, as they say.
Well, he did that.
So now, you start a breaking ball in that same arm slot.
And hit the zone with it, yeah. Gamesmanship. 2-2. Oh, my goodness, he's done it again. Wild pitch. It's off the wall. Spitz is going to have to run back, and now he's caught.
No, do not throw that ball.
He's in a pickle yet. Oh, they threw it. Lewis throws to Barnes. Maverick's going to try to set up the rundown.
Pickle!
The pickle is on. Lewis has it back now. He's running from home plate toward third. The throw is back to Phillips, still with the mask on. Sam Hornberger's got it, and Spitz.
I was going to say, that's too much.
Taps out. We finally met the endurance point of CrossFit Spitz. Caught in the pickle. Following the wild one. I'm not going to bother to write all the guys who touched the ball in the play. We're just going to write out.
Oh, no, you don't want to put down the 4, 3,
the
7,
2,
5,
and then
2,
and
9.
then a 5. No. Not interested. We're just going to go to the bottom of the 5th. What you need to know is that the score is Nixa Suckers 8, Moon City Mavericks 0. The Fish put up a 3 spot in the 5th. It was a big inning. Mavericks getting into desperation clawback time.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters: you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Not often during the 5th inning kids race do you see pit stops, but we had one there. A little girl lost a tire, had to get the old air wrenches out, the little zhip, zhip, zhip. Got the tire back on and gamely finished the race.
I talked about it last week. It is my favorite thing when the mass of children start and then there's one kid that starts running back this way.
Yes, the old double back.
Oh, I love that because there are no rules to that. The winner of that race is who has the most fun, and the kid who goes against the grain is always having the most fun. So that kid is the winner every time.
Had some good ones. I recall there was once a girl ran, just didn't make the turn at second base, ended up, and she was unencumbered all the way to the wall in left field.
I love that too.
Skylar Carter scooped her up and ran her back in. got his workout in, but yeah. So yeah, it is cool, you know, players, especially in a tense game kind of situation.
Yeah.
Guys could, in theory, have a bad attitude toward that whole thing, but you know, it is largely embraced, even by some of the most serious bad guys out here. Even they smile for the kids' race.
Yeah, it's always, and I guess it's just me personally. It's fascinating to me, at the guys that get angry about the outcomes here. Like I'll get frustrated, but boy, it's hard for me to spend money on something and then like beat myself up over it.
Fair. Here's Ryan Cram. Still Logan Wiley for the Suckers. Cram pulls that one sharply. Up with it is Butterfield. His throw across to Hayden Gibson is in time. Couple of defensive subs. What do they say? Ball always finds the new guy. So Alan Butterfield on playing third base for the Suckers, and Hayden Gibson has come on to play first. They've also got Seth Burns out in right.
Okay.
And still Brashler in center, still Doman in left, still Pizarro at short, and still Ethan Paschke at second base. This is the 5th and final inning that Wiley will be able to work, as the Suckers have, to the shock of no one, used the 3+ designation on him. Tony Lewis is the batter, so he is hitting in Barnett's spot after coming on as a defensive replacement first. He was involved in that pickle that got Courtney Spitz. Tony looking for a hit here. He has been hit by pitches twice this season. Not the kind of streak you want to go for.
I keep hitting
him. Just for that, Wiley ran one in toward his ankles. It's 2-1.
We're no longer betting Tony's money anymore. We're just hitting him.
Woo! Steerike there. Tony swung on and missed.
Big old swing from the commish.
Tell you what, he doesn't halfway anything with the bat in his hand.
Why get cheated?
That's just it. So Deuce is here. Lewis facing Wiley. Oh, they got him with a beautiful off-speed pitch. Little something taken off. Slider, curve, slurve, whatever you want to call it. It was deadly.
Is the live feedback up, or do I need to keep naming players with pockets out?
It is back. I just saw Jake Thompson move on the screen over there, so I am encouraged. Jacob did his thing over there, got it going.
Fantastic.
So here's Jake Thompson, the rookie out of Ash Grove. Something of an endangered species. He was a 3-sport athlete in high school.
Oh.
1 for 3 thus far in the GRBL.
Well, I mean, never mind. I'm not going to disparage Ash Grove. There's no reason to.
Fair enough. We'll say this: he was. This is legitimate scouting. Was the leading tackler on the football team.
Oh.
The drawback was that he was a defensive back, and you know
that's never good.
Football traditionalists always you never want your free safety to be the leading tackler.
Yep, at Central we had the same case very often.
I mean, you know, hats off to the kid back there trying and getting it done, but usually that means you have conceded a few yards.
Yeah, when they get up to the 3rd level, that's never good. Because usually you get ahead of steam by then, too.
3 balls, no strikes for Thompson.
Thompson
takes the
Ben
walk.
Wade right up head to head here. That's what we need, a little Oklahoma drill to settle.
Ooh.
My money's on Ben Wade. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Jake might surprise you. Here's a guy I wouldn't want to try to tackle, Joe Juarez. The owner of a physique that looks more impressive every time I see it.
Beef man?
He's not a beef man. Joe Juarez actually works, he works in sales, but
of
electricity, I believe. He works for a company that big commercial electric projects. Not doesn't go to your house and say what you need to do is buy electricity.
Have you heard of this new thing called electricity?
Hey, Joe Juarez is that charismatic of a guy.
Can sell electricity to a homeowner. He does have an electric smile.
He does.
Ugh, I hate myself for that.
I was thinking of that. Oh, that one is pulled foul. Okay, good. I can finish the thought. So, yeah, Joe Juarez, he was the subject. He was the Mavericks guy in the little head-to-head matchups, the photos we do on social media. As I was making that graphic, I took a long, hard look at it, and I just said to myself, gosh dang, Joe Juarez is just an objectively handsome son of a gun.
I'm telling you, there are a few of them in this league. I was actually having a conversation about this before our game. There are a few handsome fellas out here.
No doubt.
Man.
Think we'd see more single ladies in the stands.
You think college is back in? Maybe we need to do that old time
Men of the GRBL, kind of like a calendar. There's a grounder to Pizarro.
Good pick.
Yeah, picked it, and then it was kind of a look what I found, but he got it to Paschke, and they're able to smile about it when it's over.
I think a calendar's a great idea. I think a calendar would be wonderful, but I also think maybe we give some guys dates, or we get them dates. We have people bid on a date with them. Yeah.
Let's go. We'll set the wheels in motion here during the commercial break as we step aside. 8-0 is the score. Suckers lead the Mavericks back after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. The risk of losing your hard-earned money to scams is real, especially the scammers sending out fake communications. And that's why we're talking to our Director of Fraud Mitigation, Corey Gerstenschlager. He's got some good practices to help keep your money safe.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, often we're seeing that people are being contacted by scammers through text message, phone calls, or emails, posing as legitimate companies or even your bank, trying to persuade you into providing sensitive information like passwords and things of that nature, sometimes even asking you to send them money. If you receive any kind of communication like this and you didn't ask for it, that's a good red flag that it isn't legitimate. So when you have those situations, get an actual number that you trust for that company, call them and verify the accuracy of the information that you're receiving. Good rule of thumb is make sure to check your accounts frequently and report any suspicious activity.
Thanks, Corey. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well.
Well, there he is, the handsome devil, Joe Juarez. Goes to the pitcher's mound. That's not an exaggeration. Went to Kansas City, Kansas Community College. The mascot there, the Blue Devils.
Ooh, so he is a handsome devil.
He is literally a handsome devil.
Man.
Last outing for Joe Juarez was a 5-inning affair. Allowed 4 earned runs on 8 hits, struck out 3 against the Republic Locos. So for the season, 8 innings, he's allowed 5, given up 13 hits, struck out 3, hasn't walked anybody, thrown a wild pitch. It's a 5.63 ERA. Comes into the night on a 4 scoreless inning streak.
Yeah, it needs to continue it here.
If you're a Mavericks fan, absolutely you're rooting for that. I was trying to look at what they have done. So they've got Jake Thompson now in left as Juarez has come in to pitch. Adam Barton still in right, still Joe Emery in center field. It's Lewis at third, Welsh at short, Rennie at second base, and Michael Barnes. No clowning, he's the first baseman. Still Devin Phillips behind the dish. 6th inning, about to get going here.
I'm just saying that I think Michael Barnes would be a good rodeo clown. So if he ever has some type of crisis in
finance,
yeah,
of course, because he's a finance guy.
Finance guy.
Of course he is.
Not a beef guy, finance guy.
They all are. Joe Juarez throws a called Steerike to Alan Butterfield.
It's always interesting thinking about these guys in professional settings.
It's weird if you ever encounter it in the wild, I can tell you that.
Well, I work with Skylar Carter and Tyler Jones.
That's true.
So being around those guys in non-play settings sometimes is shocking.
This one is pulled foul.
Skylar Carter is the same person everywhere, though, and
Yeah,
I love
that's
that
true.
so much. I appreciate that because you know what you're getting with that man every time.
He is his authentic self.
I appreciate people like that so much.
So Alan Butterfield down on strikes there to a Joe Juarez slider, and yeah, if Joe can dial that in, that is in my mind his best pitch.
Yep.
He's made a lot of hay throughout his GRBL career throwing it.
Got a great arm slot for it.
So Butterfield goes down on strikes. Batter is going to be Brandon Winder. He two hops one to the shortstop. Welsh up with it, no problem. That's just the difference. A Gold Glove Award caliber shortstop, Brady Welsh. I don't even think I could have made the throw. I literally, the ball would have needed to, bounce a couple times, then slow into a roll, and then gradually make its way to Michael Barnes. But Welsh just threw a dart. Batter is Ethan Paschke. Be interesting to see what the Suckers do with pitching from this point forward. Don't know if it'll be Paschke coming on. Could be Davis. Could be Burns. But no matter how you slice it, bullpen has been good thus far.
The thought might be to throw off. You got an 8-run lead. Maybe you get a guy some work who doesn't necessarily get as much. Another play for Brady.
Yep, one hop. Welsh settles back, and then Barnes cannot hang on. Throw brought him ever so slightly toward home plate. He had the stretch, but he just couldn't hang on.
Just squeaked out there.
So Paschke reaches. That will extend the inning for Michael Doman.
What does Doman do?
So Michael Doman is in sales. He's actually a representative for the Hershey Company. So working with any and all vendors that might sell Hershey Company products.
Okay. Got him. Ooh.
That was a nice move. Paschke dove back safely.
Juarez with some quick feet. Yep. Ooh.
Quick motion from the stretch. 1-1 now to Doman.
Another quick move.
Michael's one of those movers in the box. And another pickoff attempt.
See, I appreciate this so much. Go again. Just keep hammering it over there.
Ethan Paschke, now it's a matter of pride as he continues with that 4-step lead. Yeah, Juarez tried to bend one. He did not, so it is 2-1 to Michael Doman.
Bent that around to the zone.
Back homing up, just looked like a...
Oh, he won it. Oh, my goodness.
Looked like a changeup. A little bit of hesitation.
The old pump fake strike call. That's, these guys are learning, so, give them a little break here.
So flip side of that, I've actually heard that umpires are now coached to do that. And I know that certainly drives us crazy up here in the press box. Can drive hitters and pitchers crazy too.
Wait, they're taught to...
They're taught, yeah, if you're 50-50, think about it, replay it in your mind, and then make the signal. I think that's what Mate Miller did there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just telling you what I heard.
Oh, yeah, no, I think as a field ump, that kind of you have some leeway to do that. I think as a home plate umpire, if you do that, it's that you lose a lot of credibility.
Doesn't do a lot for your street cred. That's a fact. It's now 3-2. Michael Doman has worked it back full. 2 outs, full count. Payoff pitch coming here from Joe Juarez. Paschke takes off. It's a breaking ball, and he walked him.
About to toss that bat to third base.
No, Michael, the other way. Suckers are in the first base dugout today. So Doman is aboard. And the batter is Seth Burns, so he is pinch hitting for Avery Hart here.
Seth Burns, no relation
to Mr. Burns?
Oh, wait, no, it's Barnes.
Ah, see what you did there.
Yeah.
Playing the part of the senile 70-something-year-old color guy. Nice. Burns with a hard hit ball up the middle. Welsh handles it. Oh, and they just beat the throw. Doman went in hot and kind of tangled up with Carter Rennie there at the end, but
you got speed like that, you gotta know where to stop on that slide.
Good grief. So it is 8-0. Score remains. Nixa Suckers out in front. They will have to go to the bullpen when we come back.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Workplace injury? You can't afford to be financially set back. In Missouri, our workers' compensation laws are found in Chapter 287 of the Missouri statutes. You need an attorney who knows these laws and has worked with them over the past 25 years to help injured workers. The call is free. The results are exceptional. We've won millions of dollars for our clients over the years. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Yeah, the Nixa Suckers have to go to the bullpen. Logan Wiley's night is done, not by choice, but by the innings restriction rule, so they have to go to Mason Davis out of Harrisonville, Missouri. Went to Hannibal LaGrange College, ended up moving to Springfield, going to Missouri State. He is sponsored by DSG Hotsy Pressure Washing Equipment. So far for Davis, 3 innings, no runs, no hits, no strikeouts, no walks, 1 hit batsman. And he's going to be a change of pace from Logan Wiley. He's got a sidearm delivery, sort of frisbees, a lot of stuff in there. Everything's going to move. So after the Mavericks got a look at Logan Wiley with the 80-something mile-per-hour velocity and a wicked slider, Mason Davis is going to be something a little bit different.
Yeah, I think the Mavericks might be able to jump on this. Hopefully the Mavericks are able to get some guys on, get them over. Let's get an exciting game here to bring it home.
That's what other teams thought when Mason Davis took the hill, and nobody's been able to solve it yet. First pitch he throws to Brady Welsh is a called strike on the inner half. So Wiley on the night, by the way, 5 innings. He threw a 4-hitter. Struck out 6.
Ball's hit well right at somebody.
That is way back into left field and hauled in.
It's been the curse of the Mavericks. They're hitting hard shots right at people. Brady Welsh, calendar guy. I'd put Brady in the calendar.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's Brandon Winder out there. Suckers have moved a little bit around. Michael Doman has gone to center, so it's Winder in left, and they're using Seth Burns in right. So Butterfield, Pissarro, Paschke, and Gibson are the infielders. Still Courtney Spitz behind the plate, and Mason Davis, his battery mate, as Adam Barton bats.
Adam Barton bats.
Adam Barton was the guy batting when we had that wasp incident.
Well, now you have all of our attention, Mr.
Hey,
Barton.
I'm just saying the wasps are not gone.
I've seen them. I trust me.
I believe I've identified a nest, and I've alerted the authorities.
I have clocked them every time I see one buzz around. I had one come up near me when I was on deck.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that'll be enough of that. Hopefully when we're back in October, that will not be a factor.
That's why I love the winter.
Breaking ball. Barton tried to wait on it, ended up fouling it off his front foot, it looked like.
It's always fun to see the ball from the catcher go back harder than it came in.
Well, like I said, killing them softly.
Hey,
Right?
no,
That's
I
how
get
the
it.
old song goes.
That was me when I pitched. I get it.
On the outer half,
That'll
Barton
play.
takes it the other way, down the right field
Oh,
line.
if he doesn't go down. Ooh, he got squirrely around that corner. Got to get down.
Goodness, big slide from Barton. He's in there. Wait for it, safe.
Stay on the bag. Just stop moving around. Stop
Don't
moving
do
your
anything
feet.
silly. Davisai was maybe trying to get a little bit clever there with Adam Barton, but nothing doing. It's a double down the right field line. Mavericks are cooking again. They've got to make it happen here, I feel like. 6th inning, down by 8. It's now or never.
Mikey
Michael Barnes.
This is the guy I want up right now.
Well, he's 0 for 0 tonight. He's been hit once and walked once. So still 3 for 8 on the season. Helped the on-base percentage certainly tonight, but not the average as he looked at a called strike 1. That's kind of what Davis does. He just bends in. He's attacked inside against righties and then tries to sweep one out and get him to chase. That was just a bit outside. Spitz corrals it. Keeps the runner Barton in place at second. So we're even up 1-1. Back he goes over the plate. Just enough tail on that pitch to make Barnes miss.
We talk a lot about how this affects the hitters. I wonder how this affects, if it does, the catcher. I mean, you understand his speed a little bit, but when you go 5 innings catching something with a little move and a little more break, I wonder if you kind of get jumpy a
Spitz
little.
catches himself having to wait back for it too. That makes sense. I think it's, and a little bit of an adjustment for the fielders too.
Yeah.
Especially the guys who do know how to get a jump on the ball before the batter hits it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to change up their timing as well.
Yeah, it's got to start a little later.
So 1-2 pitch coming up here. Davis from the belt. That one missed outside. Barnes not chasing.
There is, and it does not matter to the pitcher. There is this general and collective sigh of relief when you get to that 5th inning and you get to see that guy. You know that guy who's just been eating you up for 5 is done. So it doesn't matter who that next guy is. It's kind of a unless that next guy is like Clay Murphy or something.
Yeah.
But
well, Logan Wiley's been eating his way through everybody. His line tonight, 5 scoreless. That is now 15 consecutive scoreless innings for Logan Wiley. Not too early to start talking about the Pitcher of the Year award watch list.
That might be a little early. What are we, 3 weeks in?
We're week 3.
All right. You know better. Who am I to tell you?
I mean, I start making the list in July, just going through the sign-up spreadsheet.
This is the guy I want up right now. I told you.
Michael Barnes, yes sir, a liner into left. They're going to hold Barton at third, but a nice piece of hitting there. It sets up first and third with just 1 down. Back-to-back hits for the Mavs.
Mikey Burns might not make the calendar, but he has ice water in his veins.
Here's a guy who's definitely going on the men of the GRBL calendar, Joe Emery.
The beard, I think, the beard is immaculate. I have not met many men that have a beard as Joe Emery does. Man,
it's well kept.
Oh,
guy knows what he's doing. He's 1 for 2 on the night, single and a strikeout, so 4 for 9 for the campaign. 1 run batted in. Davis starts him off with a breaking pitch. That is grounded to third. Butterfield up with it. Throw to Gibson is in time, and the Mavericks do not send the runner. Just hit with enough pace, and then Butterfield threw the ball across with pace. Barton, did the safe thing and went back.
Yeah, Emery can't catch a break.
So that creates second and third with 2 outs for Carter Rennie, but the situation a little bit more squirmable here for Mason Davis.
Yeah. He's 1 pitch away from getting out of this here. I think Joe Emery needs to shave the beard, Joe. See what happens. Come back with a fresh, clean face.
Daniel England might pull the old Joe Girardi and order all beards shaved off. Mavericks looking for Something, anything to turn the luck around as Carter Rennie looked at a called strike.
Ooh.
Rennie back in, Davis attacks outside, and we're back even. 1-1.
I think Rennie's one of those guys, especially later in the game, he becomes more efficient because he's a guy that, I think if anybody's going to poke it through first and second base right now, it's Carter Rennie.
They're certainly giving him a gap to work with over there, playing him to pull. He gets out of the way. That's, what Davis wanted. He wanted to go inside. He just didn't mean to go that far inside.
Mm-hmm.
2-1. Nods at the sign from Spitz. Now comes set from the belt. Another breaker over the pitch. Rennie pulled the trigger late and slapped it foul first base side.
Well, there's deuces here. We'll see if Carter Rennie can squeak something in.
Now the fielders will play him straight away with 2 strikes. Hot shot up the middle would do the job, as now Davis steps, and now Carter steps. Back in he goes for the deuces wild pitch. Was over the plate, that time Rennie too early to it, and he fouled it back toward his own dugout on the third base side.
Did he shake Spitz off? I want to see that again. I would love to be able to see Spitz's body language when this guy, if this guy shakes him off.
I don't know if that was a nod for sure.
Okay,
that was a no doubter.
I just didn't know earlier if that was the
heavy breath here from Davis for another 2-2. That's outside, and we're full up. 7th pitch of the battle coming up here.
As somebody who was a fellow sidewinder,
yeah,
who just kind of pitches to contact, and I don't really, I'm not really going to dominate anybody. If Carter Rennie gets on, the mindset completely changes.
Mm-hmm. Davis went at him. That was over the plate. Rennie reached out and spoiled it foul, well out of play.
Because it gets nerve-wracking when you get to a point, especially against guys who can swing it a little bit, where you're like, I've got to come to him here.
Yeah.
I can't nibble anymore. I got to put something there. And
this is, pitch number 8 of the sequence, so he has to have seen everything that's in the bag at this point.
Yeah.
Unless he's got a secret knuckleball or something we don't know about. But here comes the 3-2. He ran him in, and Carter Rennie is on. Mason Davis slaps his glove in frustration. That's a quality plate appearance by Carter Rennie.
Yep.
So he loads him up for Devin Phillips. So the Mavericks catcher is 0 for 2 tonight. Flew out to left his last time.
Well, it's time to break out.
It is. Had 8 hits as a rookie in 2022, 11 in 2023. Definitely needs to come through with something here. He was waiting back for it. This is in the air, shallow right.
Oh.
And that's going to get down. A Texas leaguer. Barton scores.
I think they lost it out there.
They absolutely did. So 2 runs score for the Mavericks. And here we are, August 25th. We're in the 6th inning. That is the first time, Harrison, that the Nixa Suckers have been scored on.
No kidding.
In 2024.
Wow.
I kid you not. And
we witnessed something.
It comes on a Texas leaguer by Devin Phillips.
Oh, to hear the things going through Courtney Spitz's mind right now.
Well, yeah, the Suckers aren't used to this, period, point blank. So let's see how they react.
It'll be interesting to see what happens.
The game has changed, my friend.
People talk about a high sky. I think arguably one of the things that is more difficult is that ball going up above the lights.
Yeah, and then coming back down. You are correct.
Because if you miss it at any point, you have that feeling in right field where you go palms up to the sky and pray that it lands near you.
That's not just a baseball thing either. Like, I've seen that happen in football and in soccer as well, believe it or not.
Yep. Well, especially with baseball, there are times where that ball will go into a light too.
Yes.
Where it gets up and then it's.
And that's the difference in this sport, is the ball is actually small enough to hide up there in the light array. with a football, like on a punt or something, you know, the ball still casts some shadow.
Yep.
You can at least have an idea. It's 2-0 to Cram, who launches one.
Up there too. That's also trouble.
That could be trouble. Pizarro backpedaling, hauls it in to stop the chaos for the Suckers. So the Mavericks do strike. They get a couple of runs. Those could come back to be biggies.
All right, we'll see.
We will go to the stretch inning. 8-2 is the score. The Nixa Suckers, we have learned, are mortal. It's the first time anybody's scored on them this year. No cap, but they still lead 8-2.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
Juarez, the handsome devil, back to work for the Moon City Mavericks. They trailed 2-8, but they scratched a couple of runs across in the 6th. We are now in the top of the 7th. Gotta make sure I get the light just right here. Should be... No, we're gonna see a pinch hitter, so it'll be Hayden Gibson up first for the Suckers, and then we'll
do they not give you lights in this
fill
booth?
in that we do have lights.
Okay.
Problem Street is the light switch is way over there.
I just didn't know if they have you up here. You got AC, but no light. You can,
No.
You can be cool.
There are lights. I just need one of my friends to turn them on for me. Maybe we can get somebody to help that. It's all right. I don't mind going in the dark. I just
I don't either. That wasn't me being like, hey, turn the lights on.
No.
I found a funny opportunity to potentially. Now the lights are on.
There we go. Now I can see everything. So here's Hayden Gibson down 0-1. Make it 0-2. Yes, he did.
Yeah, that was a foul ball.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
That has to be. How are we debating?
Who's arguing?
What is occurring?
Brashler did not give the ball back to him. Brashler tossed the ball into the dugout. I love that. I don't know what the case or scenario is for that, but I appreciate that from Brashler.
What on earth just occurred?
I love that.
Two-hopper to the second baseman, Rennie up with it, no problem for him.
No, you don't get this ball.
No,
You're going to have to get another.
No, sir.
I love that.
So down goes Gibson on the 4-3. Back to the top of the order go the Suckers. Davis and Pizarro. He has walked twice, reached on an error. Every time he goes and says something, he's giving the plate umpire, Mate Miller, a compliment, trying to will himself a favorable zone here. I know a lot of guys do that first plate appearance.
Oh, I do the same thing.
Dobby does it every time. Called swinging strike there.
Yeah, I like to. I definitely. I like to get in the umpire's ear and let him know that I'm not the problem here.
Dobby's side hit that
hard.
one on the screws, and that's going to get beyond the reach of the left fielder. He's turning at second and heading for third. A triple for Davis and Pizarro. Had the hit on the board before he even finished running.
I think Nix's 1 and 2 hitters. I think they're candidates for the calendar as well. I'd throw Brashler and Pizarro in there.
Definitely so.
Is there? I'm not too versed in the calendar layouts. Is there a month that is like the hottest person is this month?
Oh man, that's hard to say. I mean, it really depends on the theme, I guess. I don't know. We used to, like, my high school did, like, it wasn't a men calendar. It was like an athletics calendar.
Okay.
So we gave.
What high school did you go?
One of my buddies was on the golf team.
Okay.
And so it was like literally, if you were on any team, you were in the athletic calendar.
Yeah,
so
for that sport.
We gave my friend Brian so much trouble about being Mr. June standing there with his driver in his hand.
Hey, you know what?
So I don't know. Yeah, Mr. June from limited experience and my one buddy Brian.
So
sure.
Mr. June for ours, Mr. June needs to be the guy.
Yeah, it's got to be the man. Yeah.
Or would it have to be August since that's when our season starts?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
Or October, Mr. October.
I think certainly more fans would be apt to use the calendar in season. There's a 2-2 from Juarez to Brashler.
I think we've got
down
a very
on strikes. We just need to flesh out our business plan a little bit, Street, but it's coming along.
I think wives and girlfriends are definitely going to buy them. I will buy one for sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how much of a market we have outside of the league. But I think we put them right up there with the tickets when you walk in the gate.
Absolutely.
I think there's a lot of novelties. I would give out so many as Christmas gifts.
We'll hoodwink some people not hoodwink. We'll do an honorable thing. Donate some proceeds to charity out of the deal.
Yeah.
Why, that's why you do calendars, right?
Sure.
Certainly not just to
show off.
Make fun of 12 of your friends, am I right?
Oh, I thought we were trying to show off the hottest of the league.
Well, we're going to do that too. But then we're going to make fun of them for being in the calendar.
Yeah, because we know we're not as attractive as they are. It is just insecurities, guys. That's why we make fun of you. You're hotter than we are.
1-1 to Spitz. As Joe Juarez, man, he is just throwing heat here.
I like it. I like a quick pace. Come at him. Let's go.
Trying to make it happen. He's 2-1 now. 2 balls and a strike with 2 down, and Pizarro trying to get in his head over there at third.
You work your way out of a leadoff triple. That's a good start, or that's a good way to get some momentum back. Potentially get another 2 up. It's not going to do it.
Here's a free pass. So the walk to Courtney Spitz is going to set up a big situation here for Alan Butterfield. 0 for 1 on the night. He is from Francis Howell Central High School. Now lives in Springfield and works at Patio, which is kind of like a little GRBL farm club there. We got Trent Simpson from Patio as well.
Oh.
Clay Murphy's wife is at Patio, so we're just going to keep using Patio as a good source of talent.
What is Patio? Is that one's fouled off?
So that's home loan lending.
Ooh.
So not everyone who works there is a loan officer, but they've kind of taken the home lending game and taken it largely online. So you can in theory pre-qualify for your home loan, at home with your shorts on while you watch TV.
Huh.
Assuming your credit score is right.
Yeah. I got a loan on my phone. It was bizarrely easy. Like, just
uncomfortably easy?
Yeah, like it should not have been this easy to get this much money on my lunch break.
1-1 to Butterfield, runs outside. So he came into the night 2 for 5, so he's 2 for 6 now. Has also walked a couple times. So overall, I've been pretty impressed with his approaches. As he looked at a Steerike there.
Oh, it's Patio with a D.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. I didn't understand.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess the houses, some houses have patios.
It's sort of a play on the word patio, but it's patio. That's going to be an RBI for Butterfield, and then some as the runner Wade coming around. He'll score.
I had a cut off there.
And yes, indeed, a 2 RBI base hit off the bat of Alan Butterfield of Patio. And it's now a 10-2 ball game. Suckers back up by 8.
Well, almost able to get out of there.
Yeah, well, that's been that's been Mavericks baseball. Unfortunately, the almosts, the couldas, the wouldas, the shouldas.
Boy, look at that mess.
The 2-out rally in this case for the Suckers here in the 7th. Brandon Winder stands in. Chops one. That's going to stay fair.
Oh, he got it.
And Tony Lewis.
Great play, Tony.
Sacrificing the body.
I thought Tony was going for I thought he thought there was a force out, and oh, boy.
No, he
Good
had to
play, Tony.
He had to get the tag down and threw his glove in the path of the cleat in order to do so. But that is out number 3. So 10-2 is the score. A couple of RBIs on a base hit from Alan Butterfield extends the Suckers' lead back out to 8. We are back out after this, following the 7th inning stretch. It is brought to you by Sumit's Hot Yoga. At Sumit's Hot Yoga, you are going to feel awesome.
Your local hot seat dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine hot seat parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local hot seat dealer to see why nothing cleans like a hot seat.
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
So Nixa Suckers is going to send Mason Davis back out to work. And rightly so. Protecting an 8-run advantage. It'll be Lewis, Thompson, and Juarez this inning for the Space Cowboys. Brady Welsh would get to bat should anyone manage to reach. So here is Lewis, the former Bois Guillaume Woodchuck of the French Professional League.
Plunk him. Oh, plunk him.
Don't do it, Mason. Although his stuff's going to run way in on the lefty. The Suckers fielders playing him to pull. They're actually giving him a pretty fair little landing zone there in the middle.
Woo.
Tony swung out of the shoes trying to make up 8 runs in one swing somehow.
I think as the commissioner, I think you can. I think as the commissioner, if you hit a home run,
The old 8-lapper?
Yeah, you get as many runs as you want when you hit home. You'll just see him. He'll motion up here. He'll go 8.
Put it up there.
Yep.
Tony towered that foul ball back. So he's now in a 1-1. We got 0-2 on the board. That's not correct. Tony, of course, because he's in the GRBL, a bank president with the Bank of Missouri. Waiting back for it, swung on. Was that a 1-2? Was that really an 0-2?
That was really an 0-2.
All right, down on strikes he goes. What do I know? Why do I even have a job?
Because you're great at this.
Are you sure?
You don't need to count to talk about this
I don't need
game.
to know how many strikes there are. Sure.
Nah.
Just roll on. So here's
They've got it on the screen. They've got a ticker.
Here's Jake Thompson. 1 for 3 lifetime. Single strikeout and a walk. Ooh, and now a hit by pitch, so he's just collecting one of everything.
It didn't seem... we must be had a weird angle here, but that did not look like it got him.
Looked like it caught right above the knee, perhaps.
I don't know, maybe I've lost my ability to see that far.
Well, nonetheless, Suckers aren't arguing it.
The fumes in here, I think my eyes are starting to...
That's what happens when somebody empties 3/4 of a can of hot shot before the game. Got a little. I saved back just a little bit in case of an emergency.
Just in case we need it, yeah.
Yeah.
Break in case of emergency.
Here's Joe Juarez. 0 for 3 tonight. So 3 for 10, still hitting 300. Looked at a strike there.
Everybody was pretty sympathetic about the Wasp ordeal, except for one person.
Tyler Jones.
No. Well, maybe. I actually haven't talked to him about it.
Chopper. This is in the hole. Pizarro feeds for 1.
No.
Paschke did not hang on to it. I don't think he saw the feed. I don't think he saw it.
I don't know. Yeah, that was... I
think he was
maybe he didn't think he was coming to him?
That has to be it. It was like he was just expecting... no play, so expected Pizarro to just gun it to first.
Yeah, because that was not unmanageable. That was very easy to handle there.
Yeah, I don't think he was looking for the ball.
Yeah, must have.
So they are Suckers middle infielders are talking about it still.
Harrison Waters.
Waters not sympathetic.
That
doesn't entirely stun me.
About how just kill him. It's not just grab him and smash him.
No, you do not grab. No, do not grab. Barehanded? No. Absolutely not.
I think Harrison Waters has just been saying a lot of things this year that aren't true.
Yeah, again, not entirely shocked. 0 for 3 is Brady Welsh, who clubs one. Paschke is back, makes the catch. Not an easy play, but he hung on to it. Batter will be Adam Barton. Smacked himself a double last time.
I need one of those here. See if we can bring in another run. See if we can put some pressure on these suckers.
Right you are, Harrison. 10-2 is the score. Mavericks with 6 hits, Suckers with 12. But a couple of errors committed by the Mavs also telling part of the tale. So runners on first and second. 2 gone. Adam Barton made solid contact there, but man, Alan Butterfield.
It's a heck of a pick right there.
Picked it over at third, stepped on the bag for the force out. So that will get Nixa out of the inning. 10-2 the score. We go to the 8th. It's Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free on YouTube. Thanks for joining us for Baseball Night in the Ozarks.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
Moon City, he can pitch. No, actually, he can go the distance. Yeah, he is. Got myself confused there, but yeah. Mavericks have not used the 3+ tag yet, so Joe Juarez could go the 8th, the 9th, and even the 10th if it would come to that, as he came on in the 6th.
Have we seen extra innings yet this year?
We have not. So that's a stark contrast. Man, there was, I want to say it was 2020. It felt like we were going to extras at least once every Sunday.
I think it's pretty tough to get to extra innings in 2.5 hours. I think that's a tough ask.
Yeah, that's fair. Ethan Paschke stands in, weighted back on the breaking pitch. Nice piece of hitting from Paschke, and so he leads off with a hit for the Suckers.
That's tough.
So Paschke now 2 for 5. It's going to bring up Michael Doman. Tough out, as we have seen. Drew a walk his last time up.
If he can put something in play here, he's a hard up there.
Lays down a bunt that's going to stay fair. Oh my gosh! And then
you can't make
Mavericks
that
throw it away.
Slide earlier, or don't at all.
Nope, not going to slide. Didn't have to. Michael Barnes is just going to eat that one over there.
That's a very good bunt.
That was just a peach.
Yeah, Juarez. That's a tough throw. Juarez needs to pump fake that throw to first.
And
check on the runner.
Third,
see what's happening. He's not making him. Even if he makes a perfect throw, he's not getting him there.
So here is third degree Burns. Seth 0 for 1 today. Said that about Sal. You were there that All-Star game down on Table Rock, or was it like in June?
Actually, I did not go to that. I went to last year's.
You went to the one previous, yeah.
Yeah, the one before.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I was doing PA, and I announced him as third degree Burns. So
I like that.
I understood it. It killed in his team's dugout anyway. Steve Reich there Joe Juarez on the slider.
Yeah, being able to hear you during a game is ideal. I love that.
And like doing PA is different than doing play-by-play. I'll say that. Burns, oh my gosh, sent that one into left. Suckers are going to tack on 2 more. A 2 RBI base hit. Doesn't hurt when you got Michael Doman as the tail runner, but a good piece of hitting there from Seth.
Yeah, it's tough. Juarez is he's filling it up. He's coming right at these guys, and they are finding barrels and putting that ball where nobody is.
Makes it 12-2, and the batter is Gibson, hitting in the 10 spot.
Gibson's got a big hole over there on the right side.
They're surprisingly not playing the lefty to pull. It's like they're...
I mean, he is one of those guys that he likes to hit stuff the other way, but if he's going to hit something the other way, he's going to do it in the air.
Well, here's a steal attempt by Wade. Yeah, he got in there.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Stealing up 12-2, you mean?
I mean, I know it's a grip and rip and anything that can happen, but...
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Joe Juarez a little frustrated with the velocity on the fastball there.
Hey, you get a strike, who cares how hard it is?
No, I think he made Hayden Gibson pay for what Ben Wade just did.
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
Okay. Sometimes subtlety is not my thing.
No. It went over my head, Rance. You're great at what you do. I'm oblivious.
2-1 swung on.
It's a change up in that same spot where that fastball was.
Juarez nods and deals. That's
great
heat. Oh my goodness, he froze him. So Gibson goes down looking. That's the first out.
That's a great sequence right there. That is a wonderful sequence by Juarez. I think he kind of took it off. I think he kind of those last 2 batters, I think he kind of took it for granted, being the bottom of the lineup, and kind of made some pitches that were too fat, and then you see him locking back in there against Red Foo? I can't remember his YouTube.
Red Fabio.
Red Fabio. He's got great hair.
With the helmet on for sure. It's when you see the helmet come off, it's a little bit mullet-esque.
Yeah, I appreciate a mullet.
Okay.
I love a mullet.
Just making sure you knew what you were complimenting is all.
Oh, I love a mullet.
Davis and Ethan Paschke is ahead 2-0. He is 1 for 3 on the night with a triple and a pair of walks.
See if Juarez locks in again.
Ooh, slider. Pizarro sort of clutched, but it's now 3-0.
Yeah, that's tough as a pitcher when you see the umpire kind of buckle as well. That's you know you threw something nasty, but boy, I'd rather get the call than throw something that everybody kind of nods at.
Over the plate there with the slider. Makes it 3-1. Fastball, Pizarro turns on it with a laser. Wade's going to come around and score. It is now 13-2, an RBI for Davis and Pizarro. So the kid from Florida, Puerto Rico, sort of finding it here late in this one.
And we'll see here. I mean, he's got good speed as well, so we'll see if this is a Suckers kind of, hey, we're running no matter what. Which I will say, we're paying to be in this league. Do whatever. Play it however you want to do it.
Get your money's worth.
I do not
play
care.
hard. Sorry, go ahead.
And if you can't get them out, and if you can't get guys to stop stealing, you know, I think that's more on you. I was trying to goat Rusk into running when they were up.
Here's a chopper to third.
Oh, no.
Barnett found it, and the throw is not in time.
The woes in the field continue for the Mavericks.
They do indeed.
They have not only leaving runners on base, but they have left themselves in some very tough situations with leaving crucial outs on the board.
E5 says the official score. So Jared Brashler will not get the hit, but he is on for Courtney Spitz. First and second, 1 out.
And this is another guy who's going to put the ball in play hard.
Yep.
And you know, I'd be willing to bet that there are 3 or 4 fielders on the Mavericks right now that are probably hoping that ball doesn't come their way. That's not a good feeling. Because more than likely that ball right now, it's going to come right back to you.
That is it's a tricky one into foul territory, and then Mavericks ended up bailing on it, so Spitz will stay alive.
Yeah, baseball not only finds the person who just came in, but it finds the person who does not want the ball. If you are scared or worried about making a play, baseball will expose you. It is you could be in a position for 8 2/3 of a game and not have a single ball hit to you, and then right when you start being like, man, I hope something's not hit out here.
Courtney Spitz fires another one that's going to go foul left field line. That one looked a little more purposeful.
Yeah. I think Spitz is one of the better lefties hitting the ball the other way hard. We see a lot of lefties who will pull the ball hard on the ground and kind of shoot duck farts over the third baseman's head, but Spitz drives the ball the other way, which is what makes him such a weapon.
Really sort of playing him to push here.
Yeah, I mean he's a guy that you almost have to just play straight up, because he will pull that ball through that gap if he is given the opportunity to. So if he throws one down and in, if he misses that slider in, he'll attack something and pull it through there, or that direction.
Yeah, Joe missed out that time.
That's tough.
So 2-2. And yeah, really, if you look at where the shortstop is and where the center fielder is, they're pretty much playing Spitz like you would play a right-hander.
Yeah.
Breaking ball in, and Spitz does pull it down the right field line. That's going to be extras.
Oh, he pulled something. That's not good.
Oh, goodness. Spitz pulls up with a limp. Suckers. We've still got a live ball, and Brashler slides in and scores. So hold the phone. It is 15-2. Spitz was thinking about an extra base hit, and
that was almost immediate.
Oh, my gosh. Right as he rounded first.
He looked like he got a little weird. Right. I feel like he thought like he might have missed it or something. He took a weird step, and then that step right after that, he pulled up lame, grabbing what looks like his hip or groin.
Yep, he's going to come out of the game. That is now 6 runs batted in for Courtney Spitz in this game, by the way. And now Daniel England, the Mavericks manager, taking advantage of the time to go have a chat. And now this is a pitching change. So the Mavericks are going to change pitchers. Brady Welsh goes to the hill. I believe this is Welsh.
Yeah, I believe it is too, which is, honestly, I am surprised by this move. This is a guy who potentially has limited bullets in that arm throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
So to use him in a situation like this, it kind of seems like I don't know. I don't want to say an overreaction, because I understand wanting to get out of it and wanting to be done.
But just you question the use of resources a little bit here.
Yeah.
So 1 inning pitched for Brady Welsh this season. No runs, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. Didn't walk anybody. Brady, of course, a former minor leaguer in the Atlanta Braves system, played 3 seasons at Arkansas State and then signed a free agent contract with the Braves. First stop was the advanced rookie level in Danville, Georgia, in the old Appalachian League, which I don't believe is affiliated baseball anymore. Also spent some time in the Gulf Coast League. Total of 14 minor league games for Welsh, but it was shoulder injuries that really spelled doom for his professional pitching career.
Are you speaking of the Gulf Roast League?
The Gulf Roast League, indeed.
Okay,
He is a survivor of it, where a typical attendance is about 10 fans per game. Usually it's maybe...
I'm sorry, but I don't know who threw that ball, but Brady...
What was that?
I don't know. The look of anger of Brady Welsh just watching that ball roll by him, nowhere near him. That's...
He stopped and admired it, too. It's just that kind of night for the Mavericks, man.
I don't know who threw it. If I had to guess, the umpire threw that ball back to him. I don't know.
Down on strikes goes... I didn't see it. Down on strikes goes Alan Butterfield, by the way. So, oh my goodness. It's just that kind of night. 2 down, by the way. They need to update the board. So 2 outs, and the batter is Winder. Winder tonight, let me see, 2 for 5 with an RBI double way back in the first.
Well, Courtney's not really taking a lead off of there.
Oh, he's staying in. This is interesting.
Do they have another catcher?
Well, they do, but they've used him already. It's Ben Wade.
Oh.
So that may be the situation. They've run out of guys on the bench because at this juncture of the game, Spitz has subbed anybody in there. I bet that's it.
Yeah.
Because we've seen Burns, Butterfield, Davis, and Gibson all.
Yeah, because Ben Wade just came back in to run last inning, didn't he?
Now you could say, I'm the catcher, I need a courtesy run. I don't know. I don't know about this.
I mean, he's not even.
Maybe he's
not even paying attention. He's facing the other direction as that ball's crossing the plane.
Oh, goodness.
Boy, that's tough. Look, I will never move that fast to pull something, I don't think.
Ball and 2 strikes to Winder, who swung on and fouled it back just to sort of prolong the AB, prolonging the agony for his manager, if you will. But then, yeah, Suckers are going to have to do something in the bottom part of this inning as Welsh got him with a slider on strikes. So Welsh records back-to-back strikeouts. Yeah.
Get a little more animated.
Very fine punch there. And 15-2 is the score. Suckers getting some big RBIs that inning from Davis Pizarro, from Courtney Spitz, and from Seth Burns had a 2 RBI base hit. So a 13-run advantage for the Suckers. We will see what they do defensively. Seth Burns is coming on to pitch. We'll tell you about him after this.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Jocelina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
So a Henry's towing pitching change for the Nixa Suckers. They call on Seth Third Degree Burns, the beef cattleman from Sleeper, Missouri. Stoutland High School is where he prepped and then ended up at Evangel University. 1 scoreless inning to his credit this season for the Nixa Suckers. And I would argue, flashing way back to 2021, that was Seth's first stint with this ball club. It was his second in the league. He had a really good year as a member of the Fish that 2021 season, 24 2/3 innings. He just allowed 9 runs on 26 hits, struck out 28, walked 16, so maybe the strikeout to walk ratio was but it was a 3.28 ERA. That's, in terms of single season performances, I would put that up there with the Seth Burns of 2022, who was really integral to the Branson Showmen reaching the final that year. But it's a new year and a little bit of a new Seth, kind of taking a new approach out here. This is really the first time he has worked with Ben Wade as a battery mate, so Wade has gone behind the dish for the Suckers following the injury to Courtney Spitz. And Michael Barnes fouls one off.
I watched the whole warm-up. I thought Spitz was still in there.
No, that's Ben Wade back there.
Well, from behind, he looks a lot like Spitz.
Yeah, it's the same style, if you will.
I can squat it down. Ooh.
Yeah, that one got a little wild, so now we're 1-2, I do believe. Thought the first pitch was a called strike. Are you telling me it wasn't?
I think that, I think it's guess your own count night
at
the park.
It is 1-2. I was right. The board is wrong. Breaking ball there from Seth Burns.
Between us, the umpires, the board, we like to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, now we're even. 2-2. That I can follow. Fastball swung on.
There, Mikey.
Pizarro fires in time. Michael Barnes did the job of trying to rush the throw, but Hayden Gibson got to first in time, and Pizarro got the throw there for the out.
I'm if Joe doesn't get on here, I'm starting the shave the beard war cry. I think that
yeah, Mavericks need to do something. No doubt. Joe Emery tonight 1 for 3.
I mean, like, I get it. It was very easy to let my beard go because my beard is atrocious. It's not even. It's patchy.
Yeah, it's hard to say goodbye to something that majestic. Burns missed it low.
I spent an entire year playing with him and couldn't muster the courage to be like, hey, how do you do that? Like, how do you keep it like that all the time? It's a good cut.
Probably, I don't know, maybe he gets professional maintenance, like goes to the barber shop. One of those guys.
See, I had it done by the barber one time, and it was great. But adding $30 to my haircut to do this?
Yeah, I mean, it's a skill. There's no doubt.
Oh, it's an art form. I 100% agree.
2-1 to
get through there.
Sliced right side. Gibson with it. Throws to Burns. That's a nice job by Hayden Gibson and an athletic play by Seth Burns running over to cover.
Yeah, that's a great play, and that is, I'm telling you, Joe, cut the beard off, dude. Those will start poking their way through. You shave that beard, you're still going to be a wonderfully handsome man. You're still built like a Greek god, and those will start finding their way through. You get rid of that beard, I promise you.
Might run a little faster, too, a little more aerodynamic.
Yeah.
So the batter is Carter Rennie. 1 for 2 on the night with a single and a walk. Watches a Seth Burns fastball go by.
I'm not bidding on a date from Carter Rennie.
Oh, Carter just got married, so I mean, yeah, good luck, pal. Nobody's getting a date with Carter Rennie except his wife Abby.
Fair enough.
He's a newlywed.
Fair enough. So none of the guys' wives would let them participate in the. I guess that makes sense. I guess they don't really do that with.
I have a feeling that would present some challenges.
Look, I don't get how marriage works. I don't understand. So I don't know what kind of rules they have or whatever.
Yeah, you pretty much agree to just dedicate yourself to one person.
So you're telling me you don't even get to date after once you get married? You don't even get to like.
Dude, I don't have the time or the energy for that. Look, maintaining one healthy relationship is plenty for me. I'm not just saying that because I know Ashley's probably watching this thing. Actually, probably not. Hopefully she's winding a kid down and getting the baby down at this phase as Carter Rennie draws the walk. Yeah, maintaining a healthy marriage in the honeymoon phase, as Rennie is doing, is great.
Yeah.
That is work. Relationships are work. But then you throw human reproduction into the mix, pal. Yeah. I don't know how anybody ever cheats on anybody. I don't have the time, the energy. Nah, man. Just can't do it.
I don't want to say I don't understand it, but I also don't want to go. I don't want to defend it. I don't want to take the counter stance to this.
That'd certainly make you popular with the folks at home. Well, hey, we're after 8:30. Hopefully, most of the kids have gone to bed.
Yeah, this is a late night call.
GRBL after dark, if you will. Breaking ball to Devin Phillips, who knows a thing or two about healthy relationships. 7 kids.
I come back to, I don't know how that man finds the strength to make it out here on Sunday.
It's a miracle. And that's grounded to second. Paschke feeds Pizarro. That's all they needed. A little 4-6 fielder's choice. So the Suckers are out of the inning in the 8th. The advantage stays what it is. 15-2. We head to the commercial-free 9th inning. But first, a little word from the Bank of Missouri. Live well, bank well.
I'm Nicole Cartmell with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meisner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I had to guess, the teams have been told how much time is left, and the Suckers are taking their sweet time. Oh no, we're waiting on a catcher. Never mind.
We're waiting on a pitcher, a catcher, a full battery. Well, there's Welsh, so I am only assuming he's going back out there to throw.
I'm not. His body language did not look great coming out of that conversation.
So this is Phillips going behind. Yeah, not sure there. Look, it's a 13-run game. It's probably easy to maybe lose your cool in the dugout, but
curious if Brady's not wanting to be on the mound.
Not sure what that is.
Might have been a little conversation between him and the manager there.
Maybe just waiting for Phillips to strap up. He was the last out.
That is. Oh, that also. You know what?
But yeah. Like, I don't know. Something was off there.
I might be misreading it. There's a pane of glass in between me. I'm better at reading people without glass between me.
Blame it on the glare. I mean, for all I know, Brady Welsh gave Daniel England a big old hug.
Yeah. So if there was not any animosity, I apologize.
So it is the 9th. Suckers will take their swings and then try to take us home. 15-2 is the score. This is a lead that I don't think should require much padding. But Ethan Paschke might just want to get himself some stats. 2 for 5 on the night.
It'll be interesting to see how the Mavericks handle these last couple innings.
Paschke swings, lifts one, back goes Barnes, flirting with the fence, and he makes a basket catch. So 1 away.
So you can tell there's a little hesitation, not quite sure where that fence is.
Well, he was looking for the fence, and then too. I mean, you can kind of folks at home watching can't see it, but it's not as well lit over there.
No, it is
sort
darker.
of where the stadium lighting starts to dim.
Yeah, and between his last at bat, the 7 children, and catching an entire game, it is tougher for Phillips to get over there.
Yep.
To let Mikey know, not for Phillips not trying, because Phillips did get over there.
Yeah, he's usually a hustle guy.
Yep, yeah.
Respect for that. Michael Doman is the batter. He just fouls one off, stands back in.
As a player, defensively for the Mavericks here, this guy coming up right now it's tough because because you're kind of checking out potentially at this point, being down 13, so it's very easy to kind of check out and go to next week or to this is tough, or you start thinking about your physical ailments, and then you got a guy like Doman come up, and you got to lock instantly back in because this guy is going to put it in play and run hard.
Okay, he's got 1 hit on the night, and it was a bunt single.
Yep.
Well, laying down a bunt here in this situation would be a decision. Instead, it's a hot shot up the middle.
Yep.
Grounder got beneath the diving shortstop Joe Juarez. So Michael Doman, he's having a little breakout here amidst all this stuff. He is on for Seth Burns at a 2 RBI base hit last time.
Oh, let's see if he can help himself a little more here.
1 for 2, and it's a pretty potent 1 for 2.
Up swinging. He's wanting to put some more up.
Well, he's got about an hour, 10-minute drive back to the farm on Sleeper.
Man, I appreciate those guys too, because I can't imagine the drive from Ozark back home, because I live very close to this area.
Yeah.
The drive for Ozark back home, I get out of the car and can barely move, and that's 15, 20 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Man.
Ooh, yeah, called strike there.
Confused everybody.
Well,
I don't think.
I'm not sure what Seth, there wasn't a.
I don't know where he was going.
I don't know where he was going. That was not. It was definitely not.
He just got up on his toes and kind of went a little bit. You're working your way out of the calendar here, Seth.
I do not know. Oh, took a big leg kick there, did Burns, and down on strikes he goes.
Maybe he thought that was strike 3. I don't know.
2 gone, and the batter is Gibson. Red Fabio, go find him on Instagram.
Some of the best equipment in the game, as far as usually gear, cleats, gloves. He's usually looking pretty mean and ready to go on game day.
And it is usually coordinated.
Yeah.
He was excited to be back with the Suckers. It is now his 3rd consecutive season with that team. He broke in with them in 2020, so got all the red stuff back.
Yeah.
out.
Man, I remember his rookie year was, I mean, he came in hot and stayed hot.
Yep.
And it reminded me of Skylar Carter when Skylar was real young and maybe a kid or two less.
Before the dad strength came in. Got dad power, but maybe lost, some of the dad contact, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gibson was 11 for 25 that year.
Oh, no, what
my
a terrible
goodness.
bounce that was. He couldn't do that
just-
again if he tried.
No. That was a 1 in a million shot.
That is how it has been going for the Mavericks this evening.
So back to the screen it went, and so Michael Doman was able to motor up and take second uncontested.
It's the tough
And
part
there
about
was,
that.
there was nothing Devin Phillips could do.
No, there is. I mean, unless you read that out of his hand, it's going to hit the front of that plate, but it never makes that jump. It doesn't make it. The new turf compresses a little more, so it's able to hit that front lip of the plate. But it doesn't do that on dirt. It doesn't do that at Ozark. So you're never prepared for a hop like that.
So Brady Welsh got Hayden Gibson looking. Down on strikes he went. We will keep it here because, after all, it is the commercial-free 9th inning. We'll take a brief pause to say thank you very much to the GRBL's title sponsor, Henry's Towing, and thank you to the Bank of Missouri. Live well, bank well. So quick look at the schedule. Once again, if you're expecting baseball games next Sunday, sorry to disappoint you, but there will not be games over the Labor Day break. We will take that time off. So Sunday, September 8th is your next chance to see the Grip and Rip. It'll be live coming at you from a new venue, Ozark Mountain Sports Complex. Not really new, just for the first time in 2024, we're going back home to the birthplace of the GRBL. High noon, it'll be a showdown between the Branson Showmen and the Republic Locos. Showmen 2-1, Locos 3-0. The Moon City Mavericks will take on the Springfield Metropolitans. Good news for Daniel England, Clay Murphy, and my partner Harrison Broadstreet, as somebody's going to have to win that game. And then at 6 o'clock on baseball night in the Ozarks, we've got the family feud between the Ozark Mountain Ducks, looking to rebound from a couple of tough defeats. They will take on the Nixa Suckers, who appear poised to improve tonight to 3-0. Should reliever Ethan Paschke be able to hang on to a 13-run advantage. So it'll be Suckers, Mountain Ducks, 6 o'clock, baseball night in the Ozarks. All the action emanating from Ozark Mountain Sports Complex, formerly U.S. Baseball Park in Ozark, Missouri. I guess formerly Ducks Stadium, if you want to throw it back, circa 2004.
It's still Sky Bacon?
It is not.
Oh, thank
it is
God.
not. That's long gone.
That was the dumbest name. I'm so glad we're done with that.
I'm
Sky Bacon?
not going to comment on that at this time.
I know.
So
I maybe put the league in a tough situation here, but the league does not have this stance.
No, you're
Harrison Broadstreet, as an individual, thinks Sky Bacon was a ridiculous name.
The league did not have a deal with the company there. So.
Is that like a When Pigs Fly type thing?
Yeah, that was they made fireworks.
Oh, I get it now.
Right, yeah,
That's why.
Because everything's better with bacon or something. I don't know.
They actually, I did hear they put bits of bacon in each of their firecrackers.
All right, so yeah, when they blow up, then it's good incentive to get everybody to clean up the debris when you're done. Also cooks the bacon. Fun fact.
Cauterizes your wounds and smells like bacon when you blow a finger off.
Batter is Ryan Cram, the owner of 10 working fingers. Swung on. I don't think that touched Cram's bat, but it clocked Ben Wade in the chest real good there.
That'll wake you up.
So Cram 1 for 3 on the evening. And yeah, Ethan Paschke has pitched well thus far for the Nixa Suckers. Do want to make mention of that before we totally run off the rails and vanish off into the night. 4 innings, no runs, no hits, 7 strikeouts, no walks, 1 hit by pitch. So Ethan Paschke out of Missouri Southern by way of Glendale High School has been getting it done thus far in the GRBL. Throws hard, and he's got a quick delivery. We saw it there as he gets Ryan Cram on strikes.
I think Cram hit that ball as it was going into the glove.
I thought he might have too, to be honest.
That was tough. That's way to hang on there.
So the batter is Evan Barnett re-entering. He's 1 for 1.
Evan Barnett would probably not make the calendar. Now, if we're having the silliest
Silly goose.
of the if we have a silly goose calendar, Evan Barnett might be every month.
No. I think there are some other geese out here.
Yeah, there's quite a few geese. That'll get down.
Flares one into the glove of Alan Butterfield, who has moved over to second and doing the job there, pretty much robbing Barnett of the hit.
Making plays all over the infield.
So the batter will now be Jake Thompson. Paschke trying to just get him out and go home.
If the Suckers can stay healthy, it is going to be, and I know that's tough, especially with what happened to manager Spitz last inning, but if they can stay healthy, this team, they play defense well. They have some guys that can really throw it. They've got some guys that can really swing it up and down the lineup. It's they haven't had but 2 runs scored on them for a very good reason. It's not a fluke. Runs are usually at a premium here in the Grip and Rip, so to see a team go 2 and
oh my gosh, like in a year when offense and scoring are up, as Jake Thompson goes down on strikes, that will make it final. A 1-2-3 inning for Paschke shuts the door. But yeah, in a year when going into this, we said balls in play are going to be up, scoring is going to be up. We're going to see more offense. The Nixa Suckers doing just absolutely overcoming the odds. So 2 runs conceded across 27 innings. They beat the Mavericks tonight. Final score 15-2. Elite Promotions, Elite Performer of the game. It's got to be. It's got to be Courtney Spitz. 3 for 5 on the evening. 6 runs batted in. One of his hits was a double as well.
At the end of the day, is that? No, it's not. Is that a wasp? No, it's
that's
a
an
moth.
insect. I'm not liking it.
I don't like it either.
I'm punchy.
I don't like what it is.
So Courtney Spitz, your Elite Promotions, Elite Performer of the game, and on top of that, we certainly hope that he is all right. I'm gonna. Yeah, that's.
I think it's a moth.
It's not a stingy.
I'm just gun shy.
No, that might be a wasp.
Get it. Whatever it is.
It's deceased.
We hold no. Yeah, we kill it. Ask questions later.
If it is in the press box and it's not a human being who's been invited, you get the rolled up wad of paper there.
We're still even touch and go. I might wad of paper a few people coming in here.
Yeah, don't tempt me.
It wouldn't be a broadcast with you if we didn't kill some type of insect before we get out of here.
Well, I'm glad we got to keep the streak going.
Yeah, I like that.
So you and I, I've got 3, you've got 1. We'll see what happens when we head down to Ozark in September.
Hopefully no more.
Hopefully no more. So yeah, Suckers, by the way, improved to 3-0. Thank you very much for being with us,
Thanks,
Harrison Broadstreet. We will see you back both in action and probably in a broadcast booth very soon. So taking a little live update here at the GRBL standings, because, why not? We got a little time. Mavericks fall to 0-3 with the loss. So, man, the GRBL North, it is all Republic Locos. They improved to 3-0 today. Metropolitans and the Mavericks both 0-3. So Metropolitans, by way of fewer runs allowed, technically hang on to second position in the North. Mavericks in the basement. Nixa Suckers at 3-0, sole possession of first place in the GRBL South. They've got a 1-game lead on the Branson Showmen, who are 2-1, and then the Ozark Mountain Ducks are 1-2. The 2 0-3 teams will play each other when we resume on Sunday, September the 8th. Somebody's going to get in the win column, but somebody's going to go to 0-4. Goodness. Showman Locos will be the big showdown at high noon. That should be a pretty good tussle, and then I'm looking forward to Suckers Mountain Ducks. Good GRBL South clash at 6 o'clock on baseball night in the Ozarks. There's a kid running around on the field with a giant fish. What am I looking at here? So Street, we'll let you go. We'll go ahead and bring in a couple of fish here. Just keep it here and talk it out with the boys. As we come in, let's bring them in. It looks like got appearances by Davis and Pizarro as I step on my own court, and Alan Butterfield hopping in with us as well. Appreciate you guys hopping in, and first of all, let's start with the obvious here. You guys are 3-0. So how does that feel right now? 3 wins against no defeats.
It's amazing. You see the teamwork. We depend on each other. We come out that offensive, just working hard, offensive game's looking great now, and now the defense is building up, especially for me on the defensive side. And man, we look good, we look great. We just want to keep this going on and just keep working hard.
How about the defense tonight? Because you were involved there a couple times.
Yeah, it's been a good time. Defense looks good, offense looks good. I think just the chemistry of the guys is really coming together, and we're having a lot of fun out there.
So what has that been like for you, having to show off a little bit of versatility as well? We saw some third base, some second base. Haven't seen you pitch yet, but
nah, maybe if we're losing a bunch or if we're winning a bunch, maybe. But yeah, it's fun, man. I just love being able to play the game that I love, and being out there has been awesome. So wherever they can put me, I'm gonna go and just work hard and try and get some outs and put the bat on the ball.
Not to get negative on you guys, but the 2 runs the Mavericks put up in the 6th, that's the first time you guys have literally been scored on all year. So when we talk about defense, that's 2 runs conceded across 27 innings. I've never seen that in grip and rip baseball before, quite honestly. I'm just blown away. I don't even know if that's a question in there somewhere. How are you doing it?
I mean for us, like Logan Wiley's been amazing, coming in 3 stars, just shoving it and keeping up the great work, and us on the defense making the plays, making a great job out there. So, it's amazing to see through 27 innings, just 2 runs. It's amazing. We just again build on it, keep going, keep working hard, keep building that chemistry, just keep winning.
Yeah. So 15 scoreless innings and counting for Logan Wiley. But how about the job by your bullpen guys tonight? I've been really impressed with Mason Davis, with Seth Burns, and then Ethan Paschke especially gave you a 1-2-3 there at the end.
Yeah, we just got a lot of guys that can play ball and love to play, and they're great guys too, on and off the field. So yeah, we were eyeing it whenever that streak was going to end. We didn't want that to end, but it was a fun time. And
I don't know if you saw it. Spitz just came out pouting, and I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah, he came out pouting.
Yeah, you looked a little hot under the collar. It's like, Spitz, haven't you played baseball? Runs get scored. That's part of the game. How is Spitz, by the way? I didn't figure he was going to make the walk up here.
Yeah, I think he tweaked his groin, but hopefully he'll be all right. We'll get him in an ice bath, and then he'll be back next week.
Well, hopefully we get that break in. He'll get some things.
Good news is you do get the Labor Day break.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
And I've seen the Labor Day break actually work to the negative for teams that are hot. So expect you might try to get some guys together, go hit, do something to try to keep the heat on.
I work up at Nixa D-Bats now, so hopefully we'll get together and.
That's right. I wanted to ask about that. So does that add some pressure maybe when the kids can go watch you on YouTube?
Yeah. I actually got a couple kids, so I'm gotta put in a show to them for today. Got 2 hits, so hopefully they'll say something positive, because last time it was all negative.
Let's talk about that, because you're in school as well, going after a master's degree,
yes,
not an easy program, by the way, Cox College.
Not at all. It's good to, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but, getting that schedule in, manage time, time management. So hopefully everything will go according to plan. So, everything's going good for now.
Somewhere along the way, you're learning how to, it's occupational therapy, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Davi Pizarro is going to be an occupational therapist. What do you want to do when you complete the degree? Do you want to stay, here in the main 48? Do you want to go back to Puerto Rico and apply?
Well, actually, I want to get a couple of years of experience here.
Cool.
Main goal is to be a CHT, so a certified hand therapist. I also want to work with monocular vision training for athletes. Tracking the ball, depth perception. So I don't want to get too sciencey, but
no, this is what we do up here. I don't know if we talk about baseball for 30 seconds, and then it's just all about other stuff. So.
Hopefully, OT, I can. It's all about perception and your point of view. So hopefully I can translate it into baseball. That's what I love. So hopefully get some work into that.
That's amazing. And then Alan, you're part of the kind of use Patio as like a development center for grip and rip players. It's given us Trent Simpson and quite a bit of other good talent through the years. The Kevin Robertson Incorporated pipeline there.
Yeah, Trent convinced me to play, and my job's definitely not as detailed and maybe it's pretty bland compared to Davi, but it's fun. I'm a really coordinator, so we just get people in touch with people looking to buy homes, and that's about it. But pretty simple, but it's a good gig. I like the company there.
So what has this meant to you? I know you graduated high school in 2020, so you were one of those guys for whom a senior year of athletics was effectively wiped out. So you are kind of one of the guys out here for whom I think that baseball's ultimate second chance tagline it really takes on a different meaning.
Yeah, no, for sure. I never thought I'd step on a field and play competitively again. And played slow pitch softball in college at Missouri State for a little bit, but it just never scratched that itch.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely a blessing to be back out here and just like still have the body to move and still play. I never thought I'd do that. So I never thought I'd have closure from we didn't know it was going to end
Sure.
senior year, and then I was like, well, I guess I'm done. So
Oh, man.
I'm thankful for the grip and rip and letting us out here and play ball that we love. So it's been great.
It's been a lot of fun watching you guys. We'll wish you a good Labor Day holiday break. We'll see you back here, or not back here. We'll be down at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex for the second leg of the schedule. You guys will be the 6 p.m. game once more. You get the Ozark Mountain Ducks.
Yes, sir.
So
Hopefully
we'll
we
see
stay
you.
hot.
See you once again in prime time.
All right.
Sounds good. Thanks, Rance.
Davi Pizarro and Alan Butterfield from the Nixa Suckers. Yeah, they are 3-0, 15-2 winners tonight. They defeat the Moon City Mavericks, and they are now in sole possession of first place in the GRBL South Division. So that's going to chase us. For our director, Derek Saiko, for our executive producers, Harrison Broadstreet and Tony Lewis, and for my partner, Harrison Broadstreet, my name is Rance Berger. Since we do have the break, we'll try to do some special stuff on social media, so if you're not already, please follow the Grip and Rip Baseball League's Facebook page. We're going to do some stuff to get the fans involved and a little bit jazzed up as we go on this 2-week break. We'll see you right back here on the YouTube channel Sunday, September the 8th. And until then, we wish you good night from Springfield, Missouri.